hopefully not.
Oh my god.
He's also in
There we
Gran
go.
Turismo. Oh.
There he is.
I grab
What do you
it.
mean there he is?
That's exactly what I mean. There he is. Hello, welcome. Welcome into the stream, fellas. We are going for some Group 4 this evening. Once everyone can say that they can see the live, I shall get things going and get the lobby started. We're looking for Brands Hatch today.
Of course I get kicked.
Look for the RDR 1228 in the title. I didn't kick anyone, so it ain't nothing to do with me.
I didn't do anything.
And the lobby is live, gentlemen.
Beef.
But what are you guys talking about?
No.
Not in a sense, no.
Not really.
Well, why
Hello, Zach. How are we, sir? Ready to come in?
Oh, Jack is there. Hi, Jack.
See, now, as I say, the lobbies aren't jumping up and filling up like they normally do with the Group 3.
let's see if
MMX has returned. Hello. And Waterboy71. How are we?
I was really
Zach's very tired. How's the Lake District, man? Nice to see you again, LBR MMX.
like Jovo, I was really fast on Road Atlanta, like
No, you weren't.
6, maybe 10 faster than Pan Am.
Okay.
Oppa, 1951.
I hope that too for you.
Deluxe is in. Hello, sir. Yeah, I don't think many people fancy the Group 4 today.
Yeah.
I mean, the lobby's slowly starting to, we're slowly starting to open up. That's a good start, isn't it?
Why am I on medium? No.
Good question.
No medium.
Why are people on hards?
I wanted to say something, but I'm on stream, so I'm not gonna say it.
Say yeah. Oh, you're
Not
in
gonna.
the alpha, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, well, I guess I'm not gonna be first place then.
I'm in the Jägermeister.
There we go. I'm just getting things going here.
Jägermeister. Solvo Jägermeister oder Jägermeister?
And what's the difference?
Jägermeister.
Oh, we got 11 people in now. The lobby is slowly filling up.
Solvo, where are you? I need to show you my liver.
GP circuit.
Semi-changing things up for a Cayman. I love, yeah, the 155. Goated car, Jolvo. Goated car.
Yes.
Just wait for these fellas to
Oh my god. I'm
join
so
in,
far.
and then we'll let them know about the stream. What do we do if Group 4 is an absolute flop and we can't even fill a lobby out tonight? What do we do?
Group 3.
To Group 3 it is.
Not a
It's
flop.
always the backup, just in case.
Yeah.
I say we've got, well, 14 in the lobby now.
Yeah,
Oh,
it will
yeah, okay.
Ooh, our first Greek. Oh, Mikhail's joined.
Oh, okay, he will definitely win. He's so good at racing.
Oh, so yeah, 2 spaces in the lobby now. 2 spaces are all that remain. Who've we got in with us then? Let us know in the chat who we got in. And thank you, Grappig. I appreciate the input all the same. You're not joining in. You're, there you are. You are joining in the racing. You're in the 4th of 8 Italia.
Wouldn't want to miss it. Because this is
I mean, we could run it as a 12-car race if you'd like. I'm not against seeing a 12-car race. Bringing in the NASCAR Sylvia for this one. What up, says Mikhail. Yeah, A+ driver. We're expecting big things from you, Mikhail. Big things, yeah. Right, let's just let these fellas know. Welcome in, everyone. Remember, there's live spectator commentary on YouTube. RDR 1228. Food.
Oh, how to drive GR.4 on this track. Wow.
me neither. I'm kinda.
But I
I'm
love
kinda
this track.
looking where I need to brake and accelerate.
Our dinner has arrived.
Such a good
What
track
is
to
it?
start the stream.
Matt, what's the dinner for today?
We've gone for something known locally as a chippy.
That does not help.
Something locally known as beans on toast.
It is not beans on toast. Hello, or join as soon as I just need a Group 4 car. No worries. What Group 4 or 4 car can we recommend for big two-step?
Lambo.
Ugh.
Oh, thank you,
Lambo
baby.
got nerfed.
No, the Lambo is so slow.
I mean, looking here, we got the Sylvia. Lambo says Zach.
Well, like, I would want to recommend the 458, but everybody says that it's, you know...
I personally would recommend a Porsche.
What would you go for yourself, big two-step? What would you pick yourself? What would your option be? I mean, the GT4 Club Sport is fast. The Megane Trophy is also fast.
Scirocco.
I've seen the Bugatti Veyron sometimes, but I don't think it's very fast around this. Zach uses the Toyota. The Sylvia Spec R touring car. I'll buy Sylvia because of A+ driver. Smart move. Smart move. We're probably for Porsche to be safe. There we are. Porsche to be safe, says Mikhail. But of course, he's in the S15. Anyway, we've got 15 people in. We're just waiting for one. If Big Two Step's in the process of buying one right now, we could wait for him. But no, the BOP is on. Or balance of performance is on, so you don't need to put any upgrades on the car. Just a livery if you want to quickly, but other than that, bud, we're all good to go. Everyone's running bonus point or bonus, no, not bonus, bloody balance of performance. That's it. Everyone's running balance of performance anyway. Go and occupy that one space, and then we'll get going.
Yeah, braking points are way different than GR3s here.
Yeah, no tomfoolery, like... I can't really say they're not.
Ah, yeah.
Bro,
How are you
I'm
finding the
purple.
Group 4, fellas? I mean, Sammy's purple, so he's finding it quite often. Or finding it quite
If
nice.
you Take me. I am point. Okay, you. Because of him, I had 30 tire. Thank you.
Oh,
Point
is that
for
Big
purple.
Two-Step?
0.6.
Is it?
Ah, bro.
Yeah, 155 is a good car too, but it's a legend car, so you don't see it at the dealership as much. Oh, it is not. It is.
Me? Achtung.
It is not
Yeah.
Two-Step.
Ja, ich geh aufs Gras.
Well-
Ruiniert.
Like, yo, for how much?
Big Two-Step's missed out the space. I mean, you never know.
No.
El Pocta may not connect, in which case, I know they've connected.
Almost.
There'll more than likely be a space opening up shortly, I can imagine. Someone's probably going to...
Yeah, no, definitely my last
There we are. It's all good. I'll wait. Okay, as long as you're sure, bud. Right, are we ready then to get going? Let's start qualifying then.
Oh,
We'll
okay,
start
okay.
qualifying, and I shall switch myself on over to Stream Chat, fellas.
Oh.
Best of luck in qualifying, and we'll see you afterwards.
Okay, thank you.
There we go. Graphic P1, says Zach. We shall see. We shall see. I was going to do my... Yeah, I was going to plug a keyboard in to try and make the replays and the stream run just a little bit better, but it's something that we'll try next week. So then, qualifying has begun here at Brands Hatch for the Group 4 race. First one out this evening. We'll decide what we're doing for the next track afterwards, whether the winner is picking the track or whether we go to the wheel or we just take some suggestions or whatever or what have you, but we'll decide that afterwards. Bit of a push and a shove from Limex and Grappig there. See how long it is until PC crashes. If the PC starts crashing, I'm going to have to just call the stream regardless, because I need to solve that. But hopefully none of that happens today, Zach. Everyone's still on their outlaps? Jolvo on board then, as he's going to be the first car to cross that that start-finish line and begin his lap in that Jägermeister 155 Alpha. That's a really nice livery. I do, however, quite like the standard livery that comes on these Alphas. There's something about it, it's just really nice. I've seen one that was like a silver and a black one, and oh, that was really nice too. Hopefully next time it comes up in Legends I can get a hold of one, and then I'll see what I can do. Maybe even a yellow and black one. Oh, yes please, baby. Oh, a bit wide on the exit there. Slipping and sliding. Up the hill and onto the straight. Thank you, my darling. His lap is invalid, he's got a penalty. No penalties yet. Well, it has gone red though. This is news to me. We'll have to just find out where it stands. Gonna try and quietly. There we are. Spaces come up. Big two-step if you want to jump in. Trying to quietly eat my dims. While also watching the lap unfold. First lap out of a 130.8. However, as pointed out by Zach, it has picked up a penalty in that lap. There's definitely a penalty there for him. So then, Art Sergeant Colon in the 86 Group 4 car. It's just been pipped by Pitsy in a silver Alpha 155. One more lap each now, I think. Hopefully they can spread themselves out slightly. No one so far toppling Jolvo's lap time of a 130.8. No one really coming close either by the looks of things. 0.7 out on board here with Pitsy. Until Deluxe arrives in his Renault Megane Trophy. That lovely darker livery. The Nescafe Megane Trophy. Popping in a lovely time of 130.756. Really close to the time of Jolvo. But of course, winning is winning here. So I believe this will be the final lap here for qualifying around Brands Hatch. We're trying to keep the qualifying nice and quick. Yeah, these times are coming in, but it looks like Deluxe is up front for most of it. So Deluxe then, as he crosses the line, still remaining in first place. I believe Graphic having a bit of fun there in the grass. He may be the first. Yeah, he's first on the position so far. Jolvo with a penalty, unfortunately, won't be any quicker there. Sergeant Colon potentially could be looking quicker in his Hello Kitty 86. Mikhail, unfortunately, with a 0.5 penalty as well, so that will affect his time. Semi looking to potentially improve here by 0.349. Which will put him a lot closer to the time of Mikhail. Sergeant, they're just having to spin out, unfortunately. And then El Proctor has finished his run. Along with Graphic, Opa, Burbert, Limex, Waterboy, and MMX in that Mustang. Only a very select few still running. Semi there with that 131. However, it keeps him 7th position, unable to improve on his time. So after a rather brief qualifying session, however, we have got our grid set out in place for the 7 laps here at Brands Hatch around the Grand Prix circuit. There we have it. So Deluxe, with that time of 1:30.7, puts himself on top of Jolvo and Pitsy, both in 1:55s. He'll have to watch that McGann off the launch there to be able to stay ahead as we head down Paddock Bend then for the first time. Not going to pop on over to the other fellas. Going to be a very fast Group 4 lobby. Well, with any luck, mate, we hope so. We hope so. We'll get the race underway then. Let's get started here at Brands Hatch. Just kick the evening off. Just get myself in spectate mode ready. There we go. So as we saw Deluxe there in that McGann standing strong on the top of the podium. He's got Jolvo and Pitsy both in those 155s behind, and then Sergeant Cullen in the 80 Belgian here. Jolvo for the win, says Zach. Got some supporters in the crowd, of course, and they are off towards Paddock Bend. Deluxe up on the inside of it. However, Jolvo moving around the outside, and Pitsy starting to almost box him in there. He's in an Alfa Romeo sandwich as of current. Deluxe, though, keeping that inside line, especially for that second right-hand turn there being the hairpin. Deluxe just placing that McGann slightly out in front. Jolvo now they're on the optimal line as we head through the third corner. Oh, Deluxe just running wide there. Jolvo with the better launch. It's going to put them side by side as we head up the bend and towards the straight. Deluxe running wide, Jolvo taking the inside, and it puts Jolvo up ahead in that Jägermeister 155. Deluxe has lost the lead down into 2nd place. So it is an Alfa Romeo sandwich for Deluxe now. He lost the place to Jolvo, unfortunately, in that Jägermeister Alpha, who's just starting to push himself ahead. Pitsy in 3rd position, running wide. This leaves the place open for Semi, who's had a fantastic start, considering he was on the grid at 7th, or in 7th to begin with. Mikhail, though, breathing down his neck in that Sylvia, sorry. He's going for the NASCAR style design on it. Yeah, he's going to be causing a bit of a headache for Semi, I'm sure. But Semi, 2-second gap out to the leaders so far, who've got a 0.4 second gap between them. Deluxe, though, looking to take that position back off Jolvo as and when the penalty line is crossed next time round. All he has to do is just stay within that 0.5 of him, and that position will be handed back to him. So we'll see how that develops going forward. Semi then still under attack and charge from AMS Mikhail here in the Sylvia. Joe Dalton just unfortunately going wide and losing a few spaces there to Pitsy and to Opokta in the Ferrari. That is a shame for him, but hopefully he can recover himself. Waterboy just coming past in the Corvette with LBR MMX flying up behind in the Mustang. Joel Dalton there just finding his position behind Sergeant Colon. L. Limax then in his McGann down in 12th position with Burbert following closely behind. Back on board with the leadership then. Let's see how or if anything changes here through this section. Jolvo is looking fast. There is no doubt about it. However, that 0.5 is looming. Deluxe just waiting to biding his time here for that move. Don't think he's going to try and make a move just before it, unless it's on the plate like there, where Jolvo has that terrible exit out of that box section, putting Deluxe up ahead for the blind corner. Not the ideal scenario with that 0.5 second penalty for him. This looks like Deluxe is going to start taking the lead for it. So then we're on board with Jolvo as he's slowing down with 0.5. Semi has also picked up a 0.5. There's going to be a position change here. We're going to see Mikhail pop himself up onto one of the podium spots. Just a nice corner X here. Bit of defense from Semi, but there's only so much he can do. The home stretch is wide, and there's both of them now heading up towards Paddock. Semi covering that inside line to keep his 3rd position. Mikhail wants it. He wants it rather badly. Deluxe, though, up in front with a 2nd clear. Jolvo then 3 seconds behind to this battle. Mikhail dives up the inside. Semi pushed himself wide, potentially losing position to Grappig as well in the Ferrari. He doesn't do so though. He does manage to pop that Porsche in the defensive view. Oh no, he's caught the grass and he's spun out, so the position does now go to Grappig. Pitsy and Proctor all taking advantage of that spin, and Semi finding his position there in 7th. Just 14 seconds back there to Sergeant Colon in the mid-pack. That is a shame for him, but it means now that Pitsy and Grappig are tied into their own little battle for the position behind the podium spots. Mikhail obviously securing that 3rd position nicely with a bit of clean racing and some pressure for Semi. Unfortunate how Semi's race has unfolded though. Grappig now, he is defending off Pitsy. He was defending off Pitsy in that Alpha, however, Pitsy has made the move and gotten around him both from just going a little bit wide there. The Alpha recovering a touch better. Mikhail, however, he is out clear. Jolvo now, though, has caught up to D-Lox, so we're looking at another battle for the lead. D-Lox holding as much as he can in that Megane, however, again, very wide sections of track leaving that Megane very vulnerable here around Brands Hatch. Down into paddock again then for the 4th time. Yeah, nice defensive line there for D-Lox. Jolvo knows he can't get past just yet, but that Alpha is fast and he is going to be hunting D-Lox down for every section of lap. Mikhail then in 3rd, he is clear. We've got El Poxter in 4th position now though. Just watching Grappig and Pitsy have a battle. 0.5 penalty picked up for Pitsy, and of course that late move means Grappig moves up into 5th. Nicely done, Grappig. 7th position then for Semi, with just a 6-second gap back then to Joe Dalton, who has put himself ahead of Art Sergeant Colon. These two having their own little battle. Dalton now actually looking to go purple with a lap. That's a fantastic run so far for him. Sergeant unable to gather that there, putting himself about 0.7 behind, which is a shame. Bieber in 10th having a little battle with MMX, and then further back we have Limex and Waterboy. D-Lox now though still just 0.5 seconds ahead of Jolvo in 2nd place in that Alpha. Two Titan runners in this lobby. D-Lox is always fast around Brands Hatch, having raced him here myself and commentated on it a few times before. Jolvo though just picking up another 0.5 penalty. That is a shame. I'm not too sure where he keeps running wide, but he is going to have to try and keep that in check if he wants to be competitive towards the end of this race. Everyone else, though, seems to have their own little racing gap going on right now. Potentially a bit of a move going here between Sergeant Colon and Dalton. Colon moving in every way possible to get around Dalton, but just can't find it just yet. The closest battle seems to be between 1st and 2nd. Yeah, we got El Poxter. Next track should be Autopod, so I want to see them suffer. We'll let them decide, and I think by the looks of it, it'll be D-Lox's choice. We'll do the usual, the winner picks his race. I think it's just a fair way, you know, as a little celebration almost for our winning. A congratulations from us almost. D-Lox now, though, having shaken his Alfa Romeo tail. He's just 1.5 seconds clear now. Well, just about 1 second clear, sorry, as we head towards the penalty line, but that gap will increase. I think it might be fair to say that D-Lox has got the run here. Apologise for the lack of consistent commentary, guys. I am still trying to eat my tea. So then, El Poxter having Grappig sneak up on him, his fellow Ferrari. Penultimate lap has now begun. Can Grappig do anything? What do you get from Chippy? Sausage and batter and just some chips. Keeping it nice and simple today. No curry sauce or nothing, just some straight ketchup. LBR MMX has left, so there's another space. And we've also got a Kinder Bueno milkshake. But yeah, looking through it, 1.5 second gap from D-Lox to Jolvo. Potentially could make a move there. But it looks like the battle may here be looking at El Poxter and Grappig. The two Ferraris battling it out for this 4th position here. Yeah, D-Lock staying and looking consistent. Jolvo the same, however, and just unfortunately pick up a few penalties. Might rejoin the lobby soon. No worries, buddy. Mikhail then, he looks comfortable right now. El Poctor, though, having to really look in the mirrors and get the sweat on as he finishes this race. Can he finish with Grappig still behind him? Or can Grappig sneak that black Ferrari around the inside or outside of El Poctor? Grappig looks at the input or inside, but the Spaniard shuts the door on him. It's not happening this lap, he says. So Grappig then in this blacked out number 30 Fanatec livery in the Ferrari 458. Semi is left. Why is Semi left? Grappig is looking for the move on El Poctor, however, there isn't space for it. El Poctor defending lovely so far. Maybe a bit more pressure from Grappig and a move could unfold, but for now I think he's going to have to be patient and await a mistake if one is going to come from El Poctor. It could be here, though. We have got a bit of toe in play. We've got a long straight down before that long swooping right. Semi is repairing his wheel. Right, okay, thank you, Freddy. It broke. And there is the move. Grappig going up the inside. El Poctor looking for the switchback. Tucking right onto the bumper of his 458. All contact from El Poctor. However, it hasn't ended well for him. It's put him dirty into the gravel. That is fine, Grappig. You carry on. I watched that. That wasn't your doing. Sometimes, though, it does happen. You do get just that little touch carried away. A 0.5 second penalty for Deluxe. Jolvo running clean, meaning a second off Deluxe. First for Deluxe, though, congratulations. Second place for Jolvo. And then Mikhail coming through rather close, actually, considering in 3rd position. Well done. Grappig, though, after just winning that battle, as we saw, coming through in 4th place, with Pitsy in 5th. And El Poctor then finding his position in 6th. Joel Dalton just very close behind it in 7th. Sergeant Colon then battling out with Biebert 62, the Frenchman in his Supra. Who's going to finish first? Never mind. It's the end of the race. May have to up the timer slightly. But congratulations, Deluxe, for your victory. So then, the fastest lap sat with Joe Dalton, a 1:30.485. Impressive for the number 7th position finisher. NSX Group 4, they're coming through fastest on Brands Hatch. But overall, though, fantastic run for you all. Deluxe, Jolvo, and Mikhail are your 1, 2, 3. Grappig, Pitsy, and El Poctor then occupying the 4th, 5th, and 6th positions. Joe Dalton, as said, there in 7th. And then Sergeant Colon in 8th. Biebert in 9th. Waterboy in 10th. And then MMX, Opa, Limax, and Semi all disconnected. But that's 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th in the race. So let's jump on back over to our general chat now with everyone over here. Hello, guys. How was that race for you?
It was good until the tire wear kicked in. Then I just lost the Deluxe.
I mean, how bad was the tire wearing as it sits?
The front left was like gone. Yeah, no tire wear would be beautiful.
Terrible, says Sergeant. Should we turn tire wear off then?
Yeah, please.
Affirmative.
So I would have kept up with the Deluxe if not for the tire wear that brought me the penalties.
Okay, we'll knock it all off then. We'll knock it all off. Well, it's a shame you've had a terrible race, Sergeant. Hopefully this next one can be better. But Deluxe, as you have won, mate, congratulations. You get to pick the next race.
Pick something good.
Did anyone save the replay?
I didn't.
No.
You still can.
No, I can't.
Grappig.
Okay, no, you
I
can't.
mean, with Grappig.
Jolvo can choose. Jolvo is your choice.
Oh well. Then
Tire wear was great. I was terrible. I know it was the home race as well. Hopefully, though, next race, something more can come for you, Colon.
we go to because in GR4s that track is really good. We're going on top of this.
Oh,
So I'm
Where?
I'm in my car.
On top of this.
we are cooked.
In GR4s, that's really fun.
Yes. I absolutely agree with Joel.
Okay, short circuit or the full?
Oh, full.
Let's go.
It's around 1:54's lap time.
Okay, we'll knock it down to 6 laps then.
Joel, I did it.
Tyre wear is off, fellas. For the next race here for the Group 4 racing evening is going to Autopolis in Japan.
I was gonna say something Japanese, but I forgot what it is. Konnichiwa.
There we go.
Oh, I do not know how to drive this track.
Konnichiwa, guys.
Why am I still medium?
I'm in racing.
I'm lagging when I'm not even on track and people are picking in.
Tweaking.
Zach Jolvo has called you a legend in the YouTube chat and said knew it would happen.
Absolutely.
W, Zach.
Guys, remember to like the stream for us if you are watching along with us. Thank you very much. Can't see how many people have liked the stream, but sure one or two people haven't. And if you like what you see, guys, make sure you hit that sub button for us. Let's change this sub count here in the bottom left of the screen. And get involved with everything we do by ringing the notification bell. Next thing after today or tonight, though, is going to be the video from Tuesday's stream. That's coming out Saturday, I believe. Yeah, Saturday. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that.
Yes.
And GL Freezer went fun. Group Freezer, man.
You what, sorry?
I don't like this track anymore.
Good for us, kind of nice.
I think the smaller circuits are really good for Group 4. But these longer ones, I think it may cause a bit of a
Just saw
problem on
someone
Group 4.
crash. Right?
Oh, I
Like,
thought you were.
I can't imagine Group 4 at Spa. Do you know what I mean?
Atlanta's also fun. Yeah.
Well, we're just waiting for one more person to get to track, and then we'll get started. Semi. Autopolis in Group 3 as well, good whoever said it isn't.
Oh yeah, Semi went to fix
No, I don't think anyone actually said it wasn't.
No, that
Good
was
battles.
Zach
Semi went to fix his
He's in the
Mika
lobby,
is
so-
just drifting. For me, I don't know.
Drift in a Group 4. Nice.
This process good handling somehow.
Okay, I'm back. I'm officially a mechanic.
Mechanic.
Are we all ready, though? Because if so, we'll get started on qualifying.
Mechanic.
Your gender is
Could you give me 2
mechanic.
more minutes, maybe? I need to get 3 more screws into my...
Semi. Mechanica is crazy.
Mechanica.
What is your gender? I'm
I'm a
mechanic.
mechanic.
I'm a
This is
mechanic.
gender. I'm a mechanic.
Yes,
Mechanica.
that's what I am right
Mechanic.
now. Not anymore. Screwdriver fell down.
Engine
again.
start, no problem. 5 minutes, titin titin titin. Engine up.
Drivers.
Oh my...
Tell you what
hand.
does suck for
Oh,
you guys in
many-
Germany, though, is modifying your cars, isn't it?
Yeah,
You can't do anything to your cars.
Perché mi fa culo?
that's true.
Che culo?
Last screw.
Last crew.
But from the UK, obviously we have our MOT test, and so long as it passes an MOT, it's deemed road legal. But you can literally have a cage and still pass an MOT.
I can do my own MOT. Sounds sweet.
That's cheating, though.
That's...
Matt,
Nah.
if a tomahawk with the OT
I hate
does it pass, is this still road legal?
But yeah, there's like UK has got a lot of regulations for modifying cars, but it's pretty open for like what you can do once it's done properly.
Now a test.
I'm not going to qualify or get hit on the rear by better handling cars. What's hit you on the rear?
I am on medium.
Oh, it was Orion, but he has apologised.
I stiffly apologize for the misunderstanding on the track.
Semi, how close are we to getting this wheel done, buddy?
Let me get one turn and then I can see if my wheel can turn properly again.
Why is my car not turning?
No, you won't hear that. Probably.
No, it's
They're
not even my car.
smelling after brake cleaner.
Bro.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, it works. Perfect.
Don't show.
Perfecto.
I don't.
I'm a
like
mechanic.
Americano.
I'm a
Oh,
mechanic.
There we go.
Just doing some off-roading.
Uh-huh.
Damn, I mate.
Why is switchback?
Freddy,
Let's go through and have a look
Spec-
at everyone's cars then, shall we? Donald Chump is up on top.
Great.
This is not helping me out as much as I can get past mistakes on lap 1. Okay. Wheels or overrated, controller don't have these problems. I'd still prefer a wheel over controller. So Donald Chump then in the John Player Special Ferrari 458. That's very, very nice indeed. Being tailed by Grappig. Big two-step in the S15 Touring. What looks to be almost like Red Dragon Racing. I'll take that. It's close enough. Big fan. Orion then in the GT4 Club Sport.
Yes, sir.
Joe Delton in the HRC Honda NSX. Freddie is
Yo.
going backwards in a Supra.
Doing some off-roading, innit?
Mate, I'm bad on wheel and controller, so I get the choice of which one I prefer, and I prefer wheel. If I'm going to be bad, I prefer to be bad on wheel.
Why?
A Hello Kitty 458 for Schumax Katze. Or Shoes Katze.
Okay,
Muso
fine.
Katze.
Or whatever that was.
Either way, yeah,
I'm just
that's
Shoes Katze,
that's
yeah?
different, I guess. Jovo in the Jaeger Alpha. Oh, we have Sergeant Colon changing cars to a McLaren. Was it Amigos Racing Academy?
Oh,
El Poxo with the Ferrari having a bit of a battle with Pan Am. Pan Am in the green Cayman. LSR Cayman. Track is hard. Yeah, this one's not too easy. Mikhail then in the S15 touring car, followed by Waterboy in the Goodwrench Corvette. And then these fellas in the pits. Right, are we all ready then?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Yeah.
Wait.
Let's get underway qualifying.
Yeah.
I guess.
Right, fellas, best of luck. I shall speak to you after the race.
Share a bit.
There we go. Right, let's get underway qualifying. There we are, just bang this race in for one. For the benefit of or for the qualifying at least, let's try displaying all so we can see the inputs as well. Now you can go in whatever car you want to for qualifying and for the race, but it's completely up to you. Everyone now, they're just making their way to track for the first time here at Autopolis. Second time, of course, for the evening. Let's have a look. What has Sergeant Colon? No, that doesn't say. If that's what you meant, as in you should have stayed in. No, you can change to whatever car you want to, buddy. No limits on that at all. Just, well, so long as it's legal and within the limits, i.e. BOP and racing tyres, you're all good. Yeah, and say just everyone completing their outlaps. Semi's already picked up a penalty, so well done. Jovo's going to win this. I know he's good at the track. We'll have to see who qualifies where. Deluxe has switched out for a 458 as well. Maybe seeing something dominant there with the Ferraris for him. But, the Megane's certainly not the optimal car for this track in Deluxe's eyes. I do like that livery though, Sergeant Cullen. It is rather nice, buddy. And then just, I can say, I can actually have a look at Freddy's livery now. He's not going backwards on the grass. Let's have a look. Oh, 7-Up, lovely. Lovely. So, yeah, it's the 5 minutes here of the 5 minutes of qualifying time shall get underway once Pan Am crosses this line. It'll be, well, it's obviously still underway now, but the first lap, Casper's someone not happy. No, she is not happy. Panam then starting his flying lap, followed by Orion, Jolvo, Grappig, Chump, Nawapokta, and Semi and Two Step. Shimuzkatsa, Mikhail, Joe Dot, yeah, all starting their flying laps now. Little bit bunched up, these fellas, so hopefully, yeah, a bit of a move there from Big Step on Semi. So that's put Semi's time out, but there should be enough time once you come across to finish a lap, hopefully. But I think it is just going to be a case of one out and attacking lap and go. So then, with Jolvo being the man to watch so far in the lobby, oh, he's a bit wide there in that Alpha. Again, I think it's just that battle. No one's got the room. Big Two Step may have pulled a little bit of a blinder there, bringing himself out with the room. Why Semi crashed me? I have no idea, buddy. I don't know what had happened. I wasn't watching, I'm afraid. Also, I've just noticed with the Red Dragon Racing League board on his Cayman being chased down by Shmuzkata. So yes, Panam then, the first person to have started the laps, hasn't had a brilliant lap there. Hopefully though he can get round in enough time to cross the line and then start a second lap for himself. Should be enough time for everyone to complete 2 laps. Maybe not for Big Two Step, but we'll see. So 152.9 is the benchmark so far. Orion and Grappig both giving it a go. Neither one able to make a difference. Jolvo also not able to beat Panam off the top spot. Shmuzkata though in that Ferrari. Oh, Joe Dalton though has found room at the top in his NSX. Fantastic lap for him with a 152.8 now as the benchmark for the lobby. And Shmuzkata as well in the Group 4 Ferrari 458, coming nicely into 3rd there. So it's for Grappig and the rest of the grid here, all to have a punt at that 152.8 time. Can they do it? What would you like me racing for B? Oh, so Sutton's in, or Sutton's in. Welcome back, Sutton. Loons, get out of the way, get out, man. Get in between my feet, man. Get out. There we go. Tell the dog off. God, I love those milkshakes. Or milkshakes. Milkshakes. Yes, but the looks of it then, everyone is on their final laps. But it's Joe Dalton who is out on top. Jolvo's gap to the car in front. On track as of right now. He's closing in. However, it's a 2-second gap in the timing, so Jolvo is down in 8th. You never know though, he might play a blinder. He might play a blinder. Might play a blinder. So these fellas are going to be crossing for their second lap now. Semi in 4th position, nicely done. There we are. Panam has now finished his run. These lot also finishing their run. Anyone going to be topping it? Jolvo, there it is. It's a 152.4 dead for Jolvo. So then, as predicted by Zach, he is the one to watch at this track then. As the qualifying session comes to a close, Joel Dalton can't quite top him. It's just 0.2 that separates the top 2, and then it's, well, a total of about 0.5 that separates the first, second, and third positions. Panam, of course, occupying that 3rd place now. Donald Chump, newcomer in the lobby, putting himself up into 4th. Nicely done, fella. Grappig then in that Oracle Fanatec 458. He is in 5th position. Semi in 6th. Orion in 7th. Freddy then coming through in 8th. Ipoctor in 9th. Sergeant Colon in 10th in the McLaren. Waterboy then still running currently with Big Two Step, having a bit of a punch off and battle between them both. Let's try and keep it clean, fellas, if we can. But yes, so your qualifying times then as it stands. Ooh, big two-step calling out Semi for losing the time. Let's try and keep it clean on the track, though, fellas. Let's not run into each other or cause any problems with each other then, shall we? Anyway, let's get underway. Race will begin shortly. There we'll just go for the race info then. So all eyes are on this front row pairing between Joe Dalton and Jolvo. These two are the heavy hitters around Autopolis, especially in this Group 4 category, as we've seen. Those who put in the serious times in. Pan Am, though, getting a serious launch, putting Joe Dalton into the dust in the rearview mirrors of that Porsche. Fantastic launch for him. Jolvo, though, in that Alpha has had a brilliant launch himself and has put himself nearly a second ahead as we enter the first bend. It's a fantastic start for Jolvo. Pan Am, though, just clawing that time back. He's got Donald Chump, who's moved up a position up into third in that John Player Special Ferrari. Nicely done. Orion, though, is down with Joe Dalton, the original front row runner. He's battling away and taking the position back off him. No, it's a bit of a battle and a tussle for it. Some fantastic racing. Nice little inside move there from Semi on Grappig. I've just seen Grappig make some contact with Semi. Let's try and keep it clean, fella. However, while that battle's going on, Big Two-Step has entered this conversation as well, sneaking up the inside and now looking to do the same to Semi. Has he made a big improvement from starting at the back of the grid due to no qualifying time, so fair play to him. And then the rest of the grid, these two, I think, there's a bit of an argument there between Colon and Waterboy. Hopefully we can sort that out, fellas. But Waterboy bringing up the back of the grid. So then, Donald Chump has made a move past Pan Am, actually, up into second place, and is now chasing down Jolvo for the champion of Autopolis. We have got 6 laps here ready to go around Autopolis in Japan. Donald Chump, then, in the JPS 458, he's hunting Jolvo down quite nicely. He's not letting Jolvo out of his grasp in any way, shape, or form. Pan Am struggling to keep in touch there. Joe Dalton has made the move back up, and he is hunting down that front row finish as well. It's all to play for here for the top 4 runners. It is definitely starting to heat up. There's a second separating the top 3, a second half, or maybe closer to, or 2 seconds then separating the top 4, maybe top 5. Orion then in that Cayman just trundling along nicely in 5th. Big Two-Step, though, having made the move on Semi, pushing along beautifully in 6th position in that Silvia touring car. Semi, though, he has got Grappig closing in really, he's closing in really nicely behind him. Grappig, though, unaware of the move from Deluxe that was out in the distance. However, Grappig making a move past Semi, thanks to Semi going wide. Semi's now dropped down to 11th place. He's now into the grips of Alpocta, who's also lost a position to Colon. It is all moving around here so far, all moving around. I'd still like to keep on board with this top battle as well, as Jolvo and Donald Chump both start to take away with it. Ooh, bit of a contact there between Donald Chump and Jolvo. Let's try and keep it clean. Pan Am having a bit of a slip and slide as well with Joe Dalton right on his tail. That's going to be a bit of a pain for Pan Am. He's in the mirrors as well as trying to focus on keeping up with Donald Chump and not losing the toe with him. Jolvo, though, he's all eyes ahead in the mirrors occasionally to make sure that that Ferrari is staying where he should be. However, it's all full of defensive moves, and Pan Am pulling a brave one out of the hat. Out of nowhere, forced himself up the inside and also pushing Donald Trump back to his original starting position of 4th. Just Joe Dalton and Pan Am to switch round, and then we are back to the original 4 starting positions. Hopefully not, though. We are looking at a lovely move from the inside from Donald Chump. He goes up the inside of Joe Dalton. He wants that position back. He's not happy that Pan Am has snuck it back off him, setting himself up nicely. However, Joe Dalton is just very defensive. That was a bit of contact, though. I think we can all agree on that. Not too sure who caused that contact, but I think, yeah, that wasn't too good. Big Two-Step and Orion having a bit of a shoulder barge as well, getting the elbows out. Jolvo now, though, has broken toe and is over a second ahead of second place in the form of Pan Am. And Pan Am then with 2.5 seconds back to Donald Chump in 3rd position in that Ferrari. That is a shame, and say that there was a bit of contact between those two then. That was a shame. However, though, Big Two-Step and Orion both creeping up on Donald Chump, looking to take that final on-offer podium position. Can it happen around Can it happen around Autopolis here, or are we looking at the finishing values? Orion, though, he's got a 2.5 second gap back to Grappig, who is tied in a tussle with Deluxe. Both of them getting their elbows out in the 458, neither one giving an inch. And Mikhail wants to join in on this conversation too. He's like, hi guys, what you up to? He's come through with his S15 now, of course, A+ driver. Very well adept here at in Group 4, Group 3, and all the way up to Group 1, I'd say. Mikhail is one of the faster drivers that we have joining the lobbies here. Be interesting to see what he can make of this as the next 3 laps unfold. So then, Donald Trump potentially losing a position here to Big Two Step, the fast Polski who joined us for the first time on Tuesday. Of course, a big welcome into the community. And Donald Trump, who's the first time joiner this evening. He's doing really well, though, up in 3rd position. He's got Jolvo up ahead, who's just over a second ahead of Panam, and then Panam 2.3 out from Donald Trump. So potentially not looking at a second or a first unless a mistake happens. But a bit of eager defending from Donald Trump, and he can definitely secure himself that podium spot. Big Two Step then. What can Big Two Step do to put himself in that podium position instead and take that limelight from Donald Trump? Again, I don't think he's going to touch the 1st or 2nd positions here. They may have a little tussle between themselves and change around, but I don't think too much is going to unfold between them. Panam, though, just going faster with a 152.2, however, just beaten by Big Two Step, who has really got the pedal to the metal in that suit, or Sylvia. Giving it absolutely everything here. All over the mirrors of that Ferrari. That must be a bit unsettling for Donald Trump to be checking. Every time he's looking, he's got to check a different place for that Sylvia. He is everywhere. Can he keep the defence on, though, and say, so far, Donald Trump has kept that door shut. Not many people have managed to sneak up the inside or outside, apart from Semi, of course, with that 2-position change-up. Or not Semi, Panam, sorry, with the 2-position change-up. It was a gorgeous move, nevertheless. Definitely one for overtake of the week. Yeah, it's looking a little bit spicy between these two so far, 3rd and 4th position. Big Two Step not giving in. He wants that 3rd position badly. He started towards the back of the grid with no qualifying time due to a little bit of upheld in the qualifying. Just tucking up the inside there, making himself visible, making himself known. Big Two Step looking for the move. So not here just yet. He's got to rein that Sylvia in just a touch more. Or not Sylvia. He's in the Sylvia. Rein that Ferrari in, sorry, just a touch more. And he could potentially pounce. So then while that's happening, let's have a look further back. So Deluxe is no longer wrestling away with Grappig, sorry. Joe Dalton and Mikhail both making themselves in between Grappig and Deluxe. Something must have gone wrong here for Grappig for him to have dropped back to 9th, but he's running consistently either way. We've got Freddy just about a second behind, and then Semi 4 seconds further back with Sergeant Colon creeping up slowly behind with Poxer following, and then Waterboy bringing up the rear. So back on board with the leadership battle then as we enter the penultimate lap, and the attack is on. Panam turning up the burners on Jolvo, adding a bit of pressure. Can Jolvo in that Alpha take the heat? He's got a lap left to do it. There's a lot of defensive moves here for Jolvo to be pulling out. He's giving that Alpha absolutely everything he can, but Panam is all over him. That Cayman is incredibly fast here in the Group 4 sector. Donald Trump now almost a 3-second gap back to Donald Trump, but Donald Trump has been able to increase the gap between himself and Big Two Step, so at least there's a little bit less pressure for Trump there. Yeah, looking back through it, we've got Mikhail and Joe Dalton having their own little tussle here in the mid-pack. And then potentially a tussle there for Grappig and Freddy, but Grappig just unfortunately losing control of the Ferrari. Semi sneaking round the back of him, as does Colon and Epoxer. That's an unfortunate move indeed there for Grappig. So Jolvo still on the push to get away from Panam, to put as much gap and distance between the two drivers as he can. Panam, though, everything is on the line. He wants that podium off Jolvo big time. I'm sure those two in the chat right now are going to be silent. The sweat starting to drip across the helmet brow for both of these two drivers here. as we approach the final corner for what is the second to last time here at Autopolis. Yeah, both keeping it as tight and as close to that racing line as they can. And we go again for the final time with just a 0.4 gap separating first and second place. 1.5 second gap then back from third position to fourth, and a 5.5 second gap there to fifth position for Big Two Step in fourth. So far then, we have got a little tussle still unfolding between Mikhail and Joe Dalton. However, it seems unchanged since we last popped in. Semi could be falling into a bit of pressure from Sargent here as he's pushing up towards the back of Semi's or Semi's Cayman. The focus then, I think, should stay with the podium. Who is going to win this race? Who's going to take home that gold trophy for the second run out here in the Group 4 lobby of RDR? It's looking positive for Joel. We've got a 0.6.5 second gap, slowly increasing to Panam. He's found that better line from the exit of the corner, but the hairpin now. No dive from Panam. He's keeping it nice and slick. There could be a potential move made into the last corner. Panam again catching up that time. He's had a better exit now. No, Jovo just starting to tiptoe away ever so slightly. It's not a massive gap. We're looking pretty much the same as what we have the last couple of laps. Some fantastic racing from both of these. Yep, almost a 4 second gap now down to third position from the back end of Panam. That is an incredible run. Yeah, 4.5 second gap up to the pace for Donald Chump. So Jolvo and Panam on the last series of corners here at Autopolis before we change on over. Who will be deciding the next lap? Is it going to be Jolvo or is it going to be Panam? Panam, of course, in the Group 3 lobby, picking up a double victory last time, but it's not going to convert to that today. It is Jolvo in the Alfa Romeo picking up first position with Panam closely behind in second. Donald Trump in third, followed again closely by Big Two Step. Fifth position then occupied by Orion in that Cayman. A second gap behind to him, Mikhail, Deluxe, and then Joe Dalton. Deluxe jumping in between and splitting these two at some point. Congratulations to Deluxe for doing so. Freddie then also with a 0.5 coming across the line, followed by Semi and Sargent and El Proctor then, who weren't able to finish due to the timing. Yep, the Ferrari is fast indeed, but that Alfa appears to be faster. But yes, Zach, you are right. Well picked with Jolvo. Good strong choice for the Group 4 section, especially for Autopolis. But no, well done, Jolvo. Well done indeed. I'm just going to quickly change one setting and I'll head on over. Maybe I'll give myself 90 seconds. Okay. 13th to 4th, I'm happy. I would be too, mate. That was a fantastic performance from you. Okie dokie. So, Jolvo.
Shut up, everyone.
Congratulations, Jolvo. Fantastic run. Where are we racing next? Sejiro, welcome.
We are racing at Watkins Short.
Joe, we were just trading fastest laps, by the way.
Watkins Short will do 7 laps of it as well.
Oh my god, we were gone from everyone else.
O'Cries was a little rough on... Oh, there you are. So, Semi, you've been called out once again for being a little bit rough around the edges when it comes to the racing.
Oh yeah, he pushed me.
So O'Cries was a little rough on Epoxter. We did see a little bit of dirty driving from Epoxter last round out though, but he has left. So hopefully we'll.
That's what he did to me.
Yeah, hopefully that's the end of that. We're not going to have any more of it.
Sorry, a bit.
Remember though, guys, if you're watching, you haven't already, and you're new, in the top of the comments is the link to our Discord, and of course, make sure you hit that sub button if you haven't already. Thank you very much, guys. And if anyone is watching, you haven't pressed like on the video, if you could do so, thank you very much. It'd be much appreciated. Atlanta, says Joe Dalton. No, this has been chosen by Jolvo, the winner.
Ready?
Could have been an error, but he did
Hello,
not
Connor.
wait. Nah, it's all good, buddy. Don't worry about it. He's left anyway. Jolvo going to get 3 wins in a row. We'll see. We'll see.
I
Hey,
didn't know the first
LBR
I'll let
Alex
you
here.
go.
How's it going so far? Not too bad, Lucas. Not too bad at all, bud.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
If you do fancy
Yeah, that
joining
might
back
be
in, there is a space for you,
$10 if
man.
do it flat out.
We're
Ah,
what's it called? We're doing Watkins
$10
Glen Short
if
here,
you
as
go
chosen by
right.
Jolvo, who won Auto Polis.
Yeah, I got second in the first race.
So yeah, we got one space in the lobby available, and we're
Okay,
just
yeah,
waiting for D-Lots to jump
1.5 for hitting a curb.
into a car, and then we'll get
I'm
underway.
literally on track
Oh
on
yeah,
my
true.
radar.
It's short.
That's not fair.
I got 0.5 as well.
Yeah, nah.
I do not trust this Corvette, bro.
So let's get underway with and start qualifying. Or gonna give everyone a little run round first so that they can.
Yeah. I've never driven this.
I'd love to rejoin, but I'm at the hospital. Ah, well, I hope everything's okay for you, and obviously for your grandmother at the hospital, bud. And yeah, if and when you get back, if we're still live, but of course you're welcome to jump in then. Are you in the Discord? Are you in the Discord, Lucas? If you're not, it's pinned in the top of the chat, mate. I'll say, but you're welcome to join in there, of course, as well.
Great. Fuck you.
That was language. I know who said that as well.
I'm getting pretty angry right now.
Pretty angry.
Pretty angry right now. He sounded like what's his name? The guy on Big Bang Theory, Barry something or
Gosh.
the guy who always he looks a little bit like Charlie Sheen and just always roasts Sheldon. Grappy's gonna get timed out. Grappy's gonna get kicked out, let alone timed out if he carries on.
It's not goody.
Or Grappig.
Where did bro go? He just steered right to the left. Huh?
He did say sorry. He has apologized.
Oh no,
Freddy with the
no.
1.5.
Yeah, and I ended up in the wall.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I got the 1.5 from. Just you got from
yeah,
there.
okay, and I got a 0.5 for nothing. Okay, yeah. Great.
There we go. Ari Kripke, that's his name. I might have hit Grappig on bus stop because of no space entry. Tell him my bad, said Mikhail. Grappig said okay. Right, are we all ready to go then? Are we all ready to start qualifying?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Sure.
Let's go.
Is everyone? Yeah, everyone's to track. We got 15 cars in. Go on then. Let's get qualifying underway. Best of luck, guys. I shall speak to you after the race.
Let's do this.
In a bit.
There we are. So then, Watkins Glen Shorts course. Who is going to come out on top in the qualifying today? It's Group 4, of course. We're normally around Watkins Glen in Group 3s, and it is the longer course that we do. I've never personally, I can't say that I've competed on the short course. We'll stay on board though, and we'll have a look. We'll have a look at how the lap looks through the eyes of who we're going to pick here for this first lap out. Gorgeous scenery as well for sunset. We always look for the aesthetics. Who's going? Do you know what? Let's go on board with Jolvo, our previous race winner. No, I'd say I'm happy to keep the inputs on for the... Can I change? No, I can't change. That sucks. I thought I was going to be able to change it from track map to like maybe mini map, etc. Oh, 0.5 for Jolvo. That's unfortunate. Yeah, back to pit start again. But yeah, I like the inputs on for qualifying. Brioche, hello sir. Welcome back. How are we? Yeah, inputs for qualifying and then turn them off just for the race so we can see more. How many more races are we doing? We got a few in us. We got a few. We'll probably be calling the stream at about like sort of 10:30. 10:30ish. So a few more times on things. It's only 8 o'clock now. How many likes are we on, Sliced? Yeah, so hit that like button for us, guys, if you could. And if you're new here, of course, make sure you hit that sub button to stay involved with everything we do. And ring the notifications bell to be notified whenever we go live or upload a video. Jolvo backing off here, potentially giving himself a bit of qualifying room. So let's jump on board then with Orion. I cannot join the server, is full. It is full at the moment. 10 likes. We got 16 people in viewing with us. We can do better than 10 likes, I'm sure. Come on, guys, like the stream for us. Orion then, his first benchmark time of 1:13.8. That's the time to beat so far. Grapig comes across a 1:14.4, 1:14.0 for semi. So for Orion is the untouched. Waterboy 121.2. Sajira 116.9. The times are coming through thick and fast. Orion through the chicane then. Our current pole sitter here at Watkins Glen Short Course. Delox with a 1:14. Sammy then with a 1:14 nearly flat is the closest time to breaking under the 1:14 barrier. What then can Jolvo do? Jolvo now coming across with 1:14.4. He's not able to topple Panam or Orion. I have just noticed though, however, Panam with a 1:13 treble 4, a fantastic time from Panam. That's put him out front. Second place, of course, in the last run, so close to toppling Jolvo, but unable to put his Porsche round the outside of the Alpha. Could things be different here then on the short course in Watkins Glen? He's 0.4 clear to Orion, the nearest time. It's all still to play for. We have still got a little bit of a qualifying time in the run here. Where are we all looking? So, Sergeant Colon switching out for a Hurricane now. Seeing if he can find any luck in that Hurricane. Hasn't had the best of runs so far in the RDR lobby, but I hope to see some improvement for him. Be nice to see him further up the leaderboard. So yes, I believe for the final lap here then of qualifying, we'll stay on board with Panam as he comes across a yet another lightning 1:13.3, better in his time once again. Panam definitely looking the strong contender to beat here around Watkins Glen Short. Orion from Belgium. Yes, Orion the Belgian. He is also Portuguese, I believe. He's dual nationality. Both flags flying here for Orion. But yes, doing well in second place so far. The final lap then for Panam. Let's stay on board with him. The current pole sitter. He's done the best lap twice. Can he do it a third? He is faster. It's an incredible lap for him so far. Ooh, Freddie putting himself in third with a 1:13.9. Fantastic time from him. Panam, though, still remaining the one to watch. 1:13.7 on hards was the best for Sliced. Sliced, of course, a very, very fast racer. And a home circuit for him, so naturally he's got some speed here. Panam, though, I believe he could still be purple here on this time. 1:13.084. And that seems to be the time that was unbeatable by the lobby. No one else running to potentially knock that time off. Maybe Jolvo, but no, his lap looking at a 1:20. That is unfortunate. So Jolvo, the previous race winner and selector of this track, running down in 9th. That's not looking good for him. We'll see how that unfolds throughout the race. So it's Panam, though. Second place in the last run. First place here at Watkins Glen for the race. Orion the Belgian in second place in his Cayman Sport. It's fair to say that the Porsches are the dominant cars here. Freddie then in his Supra. 3rd position in that 7-up Supra. Nicely done. Big two-step, no time again. That's a shame. A 2nd penalty for Semi somehow. But 4th position nevertheless. So let's just have a quick dive in and check that. Okay, so yeah, Semi in 4th position. And then followed by AMS Mikhail in 5th in his Sylvia Spec R. Joe Dalton then in 6th position in the NSX. Followed then by D-Locks back in his McGann in 7th position. And then topping out your first half of the grid is Grappig in the 458. Jovel then in 9th, as said, the previous race winner. Not a great run for him, unfortunately, but in his 155. Followed then in 10th position by Art Sergeant Colon in the Hurricane. Followed then by Delta Bell in 11th position in his Alpha 4C. And then Sutton coming in 12th in his 650S. Sajiro, Waterboy and Big Two-Step are 13th, 14th and 15th in the 458 Corvette and Sylvia. Let's see what that race has in store for us then. Welcome in though, guys that are watching along for the race here today. If you're new, of course, make sure you hit that sub button for us. And if you could drop a like on the stream, that'd be much appreciated, guys. Thank you. Let's get into it then. The 3rd round here in the Group 4 racing evening. Watkins Glen short course was the call from Jolvo. Let's see how it unfolds then. Panam at the top of the grid and then Big Step bringing up the rear. First bend, Watkins Glen, tends to always be a little bit of carnage. See if we get a better camera angle, but no, this one will have to do then. And they're off. Both of the Porsches off to a lightning start. Orion's, though, admittedly better than Panam's. He puts himself up onto the inside to drop into this first bend. Semi, though, taking a look up the inside. All of the pack running through smoothly. Yeah, Big Two-Step there, just ringing the rear currently. Of course, no time, but he did go from pretty much last up to 14th last run, so we'll see what unfolds for him. Panam and Orion then, the first and second starters, keeping their positions off the line and starting to now tear away with it. Nearly a 2nd gap between these two down to Semi, the nearest Porsche, in 3rd position. Jolvo, though, has managed to push himself straight from 9th to 4th. A fantastic move there would have been from the first section. Running a little bit wide there. D-Locks as well, pushing a little bit of pressure in as well as Mikhail. Mikhail just making the move around the outside. Semi now up into 3rd. We've got Grappig in 5th in that Fanatec 458. He's just having a bit of trouble with Freddie looking up the inside. Freddie, of course, did start at 3rd position here. It's unfortunate he's found himself down in 6th, but there is still all to play for here at 7 laps around Watkins Glen short course. Panam and Orion then, still out in front. Now a 2-second gap back down to Semi. A very dominant run from both of these drivers. They're staying within a second of each other, so we could see a battle for the lead unfolding further throughout the race. A second semi or penalty for Semi. That is unfortunate. He's got Mikhail now diving up onto the inside. Of course, that's the optimal place to be. But Grappig doing the same as well out of nowhere. Grappig making the move on both of them, putting himself in between them. Grappig shutting the door on Mikhail, though, leaving Semi ahead. If they were a team, that would have been one hell of a teamwork move. Grappig, though, has fought for the position and pushed himself up into 3rd. A fantastic move and run from Grappig. Very well spotted. Mikhail didn't see that one coming at all. Mikhail then and Semi, both running real close to each other. Freddie joining in this battle as well as D-Locks. It is all to play for here in the mid-battle. Or mid-pack, sorry. Of course, it is from 3rd position here in the form of Grappig, all the way down to as far as 8th in the hands of Sergeant Colon in that Hurricane. All tied into a battle, a literal podium and 8th position. Wow, this is a close race. However, up top, it's not so close anymore. Panam putting a 1.5-second gap between himself and Orion in 2nd place, and then Orion putting a 3-second gap between himself and 3rd. Grappig, though, just struggling with Mikhail coming on the outside. Bit of a challenge from him. Freddie now pushing himself up, and Grappig has picked up a penalty. This could potentially change the leaderboard around when we come across to the line next time. We'll see, can Grappig increase that gap and hold on to that podium position? Mikhail, though, slightly backing off, potentially looking at the penalty, finding that move and finding the right time. He's had a fantastic exit from the first corner, running up into this straight. Could this be the move then for Grappig? Mikhail has got the faster run. He's in the toe. He dives out. He looks. There's no room that side. Grappig is holding that inside line. He does not want to give the inside of that chicane up for love nor money. AMS Mikhail then diving right onto the outside, trying something different. Can he get a switch back off this chicane? hasn't come out for him just yet, but of course the penalty line is about to be crossed. Graphic will be slowing down 0.5, and that position will then move up for Mikhail. Freddie as well potentially looking at a position gain, depending on how well Graphic can recover it from this penalty. Can he do it? I mean, it's a bit of a long straight. No, it puts Freddie up into 4th position, chasing back his 3rd position, which is just now 1 position ahead of him. But Mikhail finds himself in 3rd. Well raced. Big 2-step then, all the way from the back, now up into 6th position, also battling for potentially a podium. A phenomenal run from Big 2-step so far. Colon as well in 7th position, he's been doing fantastically to step up the leaderboard ever so slightly from his last couple of races. It's good to see. Semi then in 8th position, he was of course battling up for the front, but that wider exit has left him down further down the pack. Deluxe as well in the Megane was looking tasty. He was fighting for something, however, it hasn't converted for him, so now he is also struggling chasing Semi with Joe Dalton in his mirrors. Jolvo then, the man that was further up the pack with a big incident, putting himself down into 12th, battling it out with Sutton. The pair of these are about to go too wide now into the chicane. Sutton just tucking himself up onto the inside. That Alpha late on the brakes to take that inside line from Jolvo. It's a tussle between them both. 0.5 penalty for Jolvo, and Sutton just about holds that lead. Sajiro then with a 0.5 ringing it in 13th, and 14th goes to Waterboy. Now then, we've got a 3-second gap from Panam back to Orion, and a 3-second gap from Orion to Mikhail. Mikhail, though, with a 0.7 gap back to Big Step, who is battling and defending off Grapig. Grapig, of course, looking very strong in this Ferrari around Watkins Glen short course. Second penalty again for Semi. I'm not too sure whether that's the same penalty we saw last time or whether he's picked up another fresh one, but either way, that is a shame for him. And then Deluxe and Joe Dalton, of course, having that little tussle here between the Megane and the NSX, both running rather nicely so far. We'll see how that unfolds for them. Mikhail, though, he is just starting to get himself a little bit of breathing room. Big 2-step, the car closest to him with a 1-second penalty. He'll be losing that spot, unfortunately, to Grapig. Grapig even potentially looking to take it before it's handed to him at the penalty line. What can he do here? He's purple. He looks up the inside, but the door gets shut by the Polish driver. No room around this time around. Grapig is going to have to wait for that penalty, but he does so, and then the next car in sight is 3rd position in the form of Mikhail. So it's all to play for them for Mikhail. Still got sights on the second running car here, Orion, but not quite within reaching distance for him just yet. And then, as described, there is Grapig chasing down Mikhail now from 4th position after Big 2-step has served his penalty. Potentially dangling himself out into the claws of Deluxe in that Megane to potentially make a move. We'll see how that unfolds. Joe Dalton then. Joe Dalton being approached rather aggressively now by Semi in that Rothmans Cayman. Does Semi make the move onto the inside? He goes for it. He goes up to the inside. The racing room is left there, and inside it goes for the switch on Semi. Fantastic move by him to get up to the inside of Joe Dalton. Joe Dalton having nowhere to run there at all. All that he had to do was hand the space over to Semi and hope he didn't lose too much time doing so. Nicely done, buddy. Freddie then with a 0.5 running in 9th now, which is a shame. He was competing at the top of the pack. Colon then in 10th position as well. He was in 7th. Not too sure what's happened there, but hopefully they can recover it. Jolville now down in 11th position, having made a move on Sutton at some point. Sutton now just ringing in the rear. Sajiro then with a second penalty in 13th, and Waterboy for some reason in the pits on hards. Not too sure why he's on hards. Anyway, for nearly 5-second gap for Panam. It's been a dominant run. He has held this lead since the lights went out on this start straight finish, and here he is crossing it for what is the penultimate time now, entering the final lap at Watkins Glen short course. Fantastic run for Panam. Orion then, 2nd place, has also done fantastically well. That Cayman is looking very dominant here around Watkins Glen. Mikhail actually starting to pull the legwork in on Orion. Doing a fair bit of a stint between them both, and now a 1.7-second gap back to 4th position in the form of Big 2-step, who's taking it back off Grapig. Grapig now having dropped down to 6th position due to an incident. That is a shame. But he has got Semi and Joe Dalton, who have also been locked into their own battle for most of this race. Freddie then still running nicely and firmly in 9th position. Nice little bubble either side of him. So nothing much too exciting happening for him. Jolvo has now put a gap in between himself and Sutton, and then Sutton's got a gap behind to Sajiro, and then same story further back to Sergeant Colon. And of course, Waterboy, after pitting for some unknown reason, is now becoming a traffic car between them both. But then, Pan-Am finishing this race and starting the dominant streak for this evening. A fantastic run for him in his LSR Racing Cayman. Beautifully done, Pan-Am. Nicely done indeed. Orion then in second place. Congratulations. And then Mikhail coming through in third position, followed by Big Two Step in fourth. Deluxe in fifth. Graphic and Semi in sixth and seventh, followed by Joe Dalton in eighth. Jolvo up into ninth position now, though his original starting position, followed by Friday in 10th, Sutton in 11th, and then Sajiro in 12th. Colon then bringing up the rear for the runners on this lap in 13th position. Unfortunately, then not able to finish the race was Waterboy. Delta Bell lost connection. So then, your podium stands as this. Pan-Am with a 1 second penalty as he crossed the line, but holding best lap of a 1:13.082. That penalty, of course, didn't matter as Orion finished 5 seconds clear of him with a 1:13.8 as his best time in his Cayman GT4. Mikhail then, well raced, third position in the S15 touring car, followed by fourth position S15 touring car for Big Two Step. Another fantastic race. And yes, second fastest lap by the looks of it for Big Two Step with a 1:13.6. The closest lap to the 1:13.082 of Pan-Am. So that S15 and the Cayman looking very dominant here around Watkins Glen. Deluxe then, fifth position in that McGann Trophy. Again, a fair bit of success for the McGann considering. Great run from him. I was doing well for a while. Colon, you were, mate, and say it was great to see in that Huracan. I think I saw you in 6th or 7th position at one point, so it was nice to see. Graphic then in the 458 coming through in 6th, Semi in 7th in his Cayman, and then Joe Dalton in his NSX in 8th, but with a second penalty. Jolvo in the 155 finishing 9th, Freddie 10th in the Super Race Car, and then Sutton in the 650S in 11th. Sajiro in the 458 as well in 12th, Sergeant Colon then in the Huracan in 13th position, Waterboy finishing in the Corvette in 14th. So, I'm a bit older than the average racer. It doesn't matter, my friend. So we've got all ages racing with us tonight. We've got fellas that are just starting out in life, 14, 15. And we've also got some people in the community that are, sort of bordering towards the 30 plus and onwards. Doesn't matter about age, mate. It's all about the enjoyment and the passion for the sport.
24.
So anyway, speaking of passion, Pan-Am, let's hear some of it, mate. What a fantastic run you just had.
That was pretty dominating.
That was a very dominant run. The entire race was yours from the start all the way to the finish. Just consistent time throwing on. Fair play. Where would you like to run next?
24
we'll leave it on
in the spring Nordschleife for 1 lap.
What? One lap.
Oh,
One lap
no.
now of Nordschleife.
24 hours.
Panam's gonna be the reason I get my last ban. I swear.
There we go.
And it's not a joke. I am.
Try fast approaching 60. Oh, that's all good, but I'd say it's all about, again, it's all about the passion. It doesn't matter about the age. I, for one, am glad to have you in, though, bud. Welcome into the lobby. If anything, you can shed some light with experience for the younger drivers. Well, that's going to be a cluster.
Ain't
I
no
am back.
damn worry. Where?
Yeah.
I'd say, how do we, I'd say, let's turn the quali off, actually. Yeah, good shout. There's no point in running the qualifying here.
Wait. I'm in a black screen. Wait until I get out of it.
Graphic, what are you doing?
Now I'm loaded.
Yeah, we've got someone initializing. Remember though, guys, if you're new here and you like what you see, make sure to hit that sub button for us. It really helps us out, and of course, then ring the notifications bell to be notified of whenever we go live with whatever we're doing.
Oh, I really feel like becoming a bulldozer this race.
Yes, stop crashing in front of me. I know, it's not the easiest when everyone does that, is it?
Let me.
Gonna try the pause for this, says Michaela. Might be a wise choice. Might be a wise choice. I don't know of any Group 4 cars that are particularly dominant around the Nürburgring.
This will be interesting.
Remember to like the stream for me, guys, though, as well, if you're new.
Where's damage on?
Damage is on light. Tarek, hey, I'm Shijiro, and I like so much your lives. I'm not a very good driver like Panam, but have a good race, everyone. Hey, Shijiro, don't worry about it, man. It is all about the effort and it's turning up. And so you don't quit the race, you keep going, and that's all that matters. Citron is rapid around Nord 24. There we go. No, and say, Tarek, I'm glad to have you in, but it's nice to see you. And say you've joined a few lobbies now, and I've never looked at you and thought there's any problems. No, and say it's nice to have you in, bud. Welcome in, of course. Anyone's welcome here in our community, as we know.
Do we know that?
We know that. Shut up, Graphic. I know.
I'm gonna tell my dad.
Not me that who said not except for graphic. Wasn't me, definitely.
Big two-step. I upload video to my YouTube and send to Discord. Alright, yeah, and say chuck it into the self-promotions on our Discord, but I'll have a look at it after the stream. Yeah, man, that's all good. I'll have a look. Tell you what, though, guys, we haven't picked up a single sub so far in the Group 4 league or in the lobby.
What? Everybody's sub the channel.
Not a single sub. No one wants to play Group 4, evidently.
Oh boy.
But if they do want to play Group 4, they don't want to sub for it, that's for sure. Group 3 are where the generous subs are.
Knock, knock,
Thank you, Big Two-Step. I appreciate the like. I'm sure everyone watching has liked, and thank you all very much for doing so. Are we ready to just get...
off a cliff.
Good, you're welcome. Are we all ready to get underway then?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you to whoever's just subbed. Our first sub for the evening. As long as we've had one sub, we've done alright. We've done something, you know? Are we all ready to get underway though? Are we ready to start out?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir.
So let's begin. Best of luck, fellas. I'll see you after the lap.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh.
There we go. I'll knock myself over to stream chat so it's just myself and let them chat away while they're racing. One lap then of the 24-hour Nordschleife circuit. Picked by Panam. However, Panam doesn't find himself on top of the grid. It is Mikhail on top of the grid, followed by Dalton, Delox, Delta Bell, and then Panam in 5th. Jolvo in 6th, Freddy, Grappig, Colon, Semi, Orion, Two-Step Sajiro, Waterboy, and Sutton. Let's get underway then at the Nürburgring. There are the lights. And they're out. Let's go. So onwards down towards the first corner. Mikhail gets a lightning start in his Cayman. Delox as well, also picking the Cayman. Clearly a very dominant car here. Ooh, bit of a touch between them both as they enter the first corner. What has happened here? There's a few people who've had a spin. I can see Semi there, ringing up the rear now in the Rothmans Porsche. That's a shame. However, most of the pack being able to get through relatively unscathed. But with that said, though, Jolvo has managed to sneak himself up into the lead. He's run wide there, and he's got Mikhail on the charge back up the inside. But very well raced for Jolvo. It must have been a fantastic move to put himself up into the lead. Oh, thank you, Colon, for the subscription, mate. Much appreciated. Welcome to the community. So Mikhail then, now fighting hard with Dalton in his mirrors to try and catch up to Jolvo to take that lead back off him. Deluxe then, he's pushing hard in 4th in his Porsche to try and also catch up to gain his podium back. But he has got Panam attacking all over the back end. Not too sure how this is going to unfold because, of course, we do still have the Nordschleife to go. This is just the GP circuit so far, and yet there has been already so much action. Panam then tied in a battle with Grappig now as opposed to Delox. Delox, of course, just finding himself nearly 0.8 ahead now. Battling away himself with Dalton. Dalton now backing off Mikhail slightly to deal with Delox in the mirrors. I think he'd rather keep the position that he's got than lose one trying to gain another. Jolvo then, while all this is happening, is starting to tear away with it by going 1.5 seconds clear as he enters the Nordschleife. Mikhail then just following on behind. Mikhail then running in the Cayman this time as opposed to the Sylvia. He's looking rather dominant so far. Hopefully the Nordschleife can be kind to him and something else can unfold for him. But as of now, Jolvo seems to be pulling away. He's 2 seconds ahead in that Alpha. Joe Dalton, though, on the mirrors of Mikhail once again. He's ditched his tail in the form of Delox and now focusing his efforts on gaining or climbing up the ladder once more. Deluxe has still got Panam in the mirrors. Panam not letting the foot off the throttle at all. He's hungry for a podium as well, I'm sure. Panam looking for a dominant run here today. I think that Panam as well may also be the resident fast man for this evening with his results in the racing so far. Delta Bell then, the last one to be ringing up this small group in his Chrome Hurricane. He's in 6th position with Orion just under a second behind in his Cayman. Freddy then further back in 8th position in his 7-Up Supra, followed by Semi in 9th, who's managed. Oh, he's actually gained himself up to 9th from 15th, so great run, Semi. We're followed by Big Two-Step, Sujiro, Grappig, Sergeant Colon, Sutton, and then Waterboy. 2nd and a half clear for Jolvo. A 4-way tussle for 2nd place going on between Mikhail, Dalton, and Deluxe. Oh, Panam as well, up to 5th. There we are, so those 4 positions, 5th, all the way up to 2nd position, tied in their own little battle. What's going to happen on... Sorry, what's going to happen here with this battle. No one else looking to join into it so far, and of course, as it's going on, the time just ever so slowly slipping away for Jolvo. Slight mistake from Jolvo, though, has put Mikhail starting to gain up and potentially looking at almost a 2nd gap. That podium spot could still very well be all to play for. Of course, the Nordschleife not known for being kind to its inhabitants. 0.1 gap between Mikhail. Big slide for Mikhail, but he just keeps that Cayman in line. Dalton then looking to pounce at any given moment for anything that goes on. And then Deluxe just losing the position to Panam. Panam battling his way past. Panam now up to 4th. Chasing down Dalton for 3rd. Using every inch of available track there, Panam, to just widen that line up on his Porsche. Carry as much speed as he can through these corners and really pop that portion to the back of the NSX, as he's done so here. Slowest corner on the track then for the LSR Porsche, and he handles it nicely. He's right in the mirrors now of Dalton. Dalton almost now having to look on the side mirror, or side window, sorry, to be seeing Panam. It's all about this timing now for Panam. It's got to be critical. There's not much room here on the Nordschleife to pass another car, especially with Joe Dalton's defending as we've seen it so far. He's very good indeed. LSR, yeah, it's an LSR livery on Panam's. Pretty sure it's LSR. Yeah, LSR livery on his Cayman. So then, 5th goes to Deluxe. Oh, 4th now goes to Deluxe, sorry, as Panam has had an incident. Panam is now down in 5th. What a shame. He had done so well to fight up into 4th and then onto the back of Joe Dalton. But clearly, the pressure got to him, what's it called? What word am I looking for there? It got to him before it got to Joe Dalton. There we go, that'll do. So, Orion then, just under a second off the back of Panam to do something and become dangerous. Semi now making a move on Freddy. He wants to go up the inside. There we go. Semi now up to the inside and up into 7th position, just placing that Porsche in front of the Supra. Nothing Freddy could have done there. That's one of the spots on the Nordschleife that you can get round another car with not much defence in the way. Further back then, everyone seems to be pacing along nicely. Colon there just ringing up with a 0.5 second penalty, and Waterboy then just 20 seconds behind. Jolvo now, though, as he enters the carousel. Jolvo with a 3.2 second gap. Now, well, just 3 second gap, sorry, back down to 2nd position of Mikhail. Mikhail having a big off there as Dalton swipes on through into 2nd place in his NSX. Lightning Strike Racing. That's right, that's LSR. So Deluxe then in 3rd position, now in his Cayman, hunting Joe Dalton down for his 2nd position. Panam now back up into 4th, and Mikhail, who was running 2nd, is down into 6th. Orion up into 5th, chasing again Panam once more. Panam, though, looking to make a move on Deluxe. Very aggressive driving here from Panam. He's not giving Deluxe an inch of space. Deluxe having no choice but just to keep the pedal down. A new team for Panam, more than likely. We'll have to ask him. So it is all to play for currently. Jolvo, though, with a 3.5 second lead. A very dominant run for Jolvo since the start of the GP circuit. I think 2nd quarter in where he'd made that move there on Mikhail and put himself up front. Well done, Jolvo. 2nd place, though, Joe Dalton. Another newcomer to the lobbies tonight. He's doing very well so far in this NSX to keep it in 2nd place. Nicely done, fella. And then Deluxe in 3rd position. Again, still battling away with Panam. Panam wants that podium spot. Panam, of course, starting in 5th position Didn't have the best of starts, but he has made up for it and then some on the Nordschleife. Yeah, D-Lock's just doing everything he can to keep Pan Am behind him. But is it going to be enough? Don't forget that long straight is coming up now, and Pan Am is bumper to bumper. He is picking flies off the rear of that Cayman. Orion, though, with this battle going on ahead, Pan Am just sneaking up the inside, up on the brakes. Can he put that Porsche in front? Yes, he does as he approaches the second carousel. Nicely done by Pan Am. Don't think he can catch up to the back of Dalton now, who is just 3 seconds out from Jolvo. A 5-second gap from Pan Am up to first place. A very dominant run from Jolvo here today. Deluxe now, though, being passed by Orion. Orion up to fourth. Fourth position for the Belgian. Very nicely raced indeed. Deluxe, though, in fifth position, potentially at the claws of Mikhail, who is within slipstream. So is Semi, and so is Big Step. It could all change here with a few corners left of the Nordschleife. Jolvo, of course, leading this pack here from a distance with Dalton just behind. Pan Am now with a 1.5 second gap to Orion. He has secured himself nicely there into third position. Well done, mate. Pan Am there in fourth position, being tailed by Deluxe, Mikhail and Semi. Semi and Mikhail now going too wide. Semi just puts the poor move in. Semi up into sixth position. A fantastic run from him. Oh no, he's down into seventh now. Sorry, Big Two Step is now up into fifth. A great run from Big Two Step. Jolvo now, though, across the line in first position. Joe Dalton second. Pan Am in third. Orion very closely in fourth. Big Two Step, Deluxe and Semi in fifth, sixth and seventh. And then Mikhail finishing up this little pack in eighth. Graphic then, the next runner to come across the line in ninth. And then Freddie following on in 10th with Sutton in 11th just behind him. Sojiro, that pass, I will have to go back and have a look at it. Sojiro then in 12th position in the 4th of 8. Nicely done, and then finally finished with Colon. That pass, two-step, that must have been an incredible pass. Jolvo, though, a fantastic 5 positions gained for the race. Well done, buddy. We'll save that replay, actually. That was a lovely finish. 2 and 1. Fantastic move, two-step. Fantastic move indeed. And so you put yourself lovely on the podium there. I'm done. See you again. No worries, Colon. Hopefully catch you again. Make sure you do add me as well to make joining the lobby easier for you. Let's jump back in and over to General. Hello, fellas.
Oh,
You're volleying. Pick up the phone, big boy.
You're back on the stream now, so we can cut that. Anyway, Jolvo, another fantastic run. Second podium in the evening. Well raced indeed. Pan Am, very well raced as well to be able to catch back up to third. Who won? Jolvo. So, Jolvo, where are we next racing?
we are racing at Road Atlanta.
Roadway Atlanta.
Well, time has come. I have to go, guys. I deeply apologize for this misunderstanding. I have to go. Peace out, guys.
Peace out, bud.
South. Everybody, good night or good morning.
Yeah, good night, Onion.
Guten
Good
Abend.
night, gang.
Night, buddy. Have a good one, Orion.
Okay.
Good night. Thank you.
I have to go as well.
Okay.
Oh, you guys have got to go.
Gives me more chance to win.
Well, in that case, then, if we're about to look at a lobby issue, should we just lobby reset quick?
Yeah.
I'm looking at a black screen. I don't know about anyone else, so I think a lobby reset might be in order.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's lobby reset then, guys. Just lobby reset, and we'll head on over to Roadway Atlanta. Good night, Orion. Good night, everyone. Have a good time racing. Cheers, buddy. Have a good night. We'll catch you in the next one.
Matt, can you please say Road Atlanta?
Roadway Atlanta.
I'm going to straight like you.
Michelin Raceway, how about that?
Michelin. Michelin.
Michelin.
Michelin race Road Atlanta.
Michelin race.
Ratzewei.
Dabei.
Oh yeah, so guys, I made a list earlier, slightly unrelated to Group 4 racing.
Okay.
I made a list earlier of vehicles in Gran Turismo 7 Brand Central that changing the colour can change the interior.
Ooh.
Oh.
Now, on this list, there's not many cars. Don't get too excited. There's not many here. But on this list, we have the Aston Martin DB11, the 2016 911 GT3 RS, which doesn't have a very large change on the interior. However, the choice, if you change the first two colours, the silver and the white, those give you a red belt. If you change the car colour to lava orange, please put this in the Discord, I will. If you change the interior to lava orange, it gives you orange belts, and then if you change it to the bluey purple on the end, it gives you black belts.
Ooh.
The 2013 Pagani Huayra, for obvious reasons, it's the Pagani Huayra, it's full of them. Pretty much every colour gives you a different interior colour. The Citroen DS3 Racing, there's two colour options available for it. The first colour option gives you a silver/white dashboard, and then the second option gives you an orange dashboard. The Audi R8 4.2 litre from 2007, the first R8 that they added into Gran Turismo.
Can you start the
That's
lobby
got
already?
no, screw you. We've got like two or three. There's like two or three different color options there for the R8, which is nice. And a weird one as well is the Abarth 595.
Huh?
Now what are we gonna do with
The
that
Abarth
info?
595 has the same interior options for 3 out of 4 colors. The fourth color, the red color that you can pick, that can change the color of the seat base from red to black. All the others, it's red. I know it's really boring and stuff for you, but
No, it's not boring. It's not boring.
Interesting.
What are
it's
we
boring
gonna
for
do?
someone.
Very
It's boring for someone here, isn't it?
It's grab.
I wonder who.
Yeah. Well, we all know who. Come on, we don't wonder.
One question
Anyway,
though.
so the Ferrari F12 Berlinetta, that changes based on the stitching and the badge inside. So the badge on the seats and the stitching changes based on the colour of the car. And the 2020 Supra RZ has also got some different colour seats that you can stick on. And then finally, the Honda NSX from 2017 has also got some different seat colour changes.
Okay.
Now what are we gonna do with that info now?
It's going to take up a very small part of your brain for many, many years until eventually you die. And in which case then, once you die, you can thank me for that information and the fact that I took a small part of it up.
Well. Thank you for
Well.
that information.
It's very
well.
useless and it does nothing for you, but I'm glad that I've given it.
Well, in
turn to
that
table.
case.
Well. Wait. Well, in that case.
Well, in that case. Okay.
Okay.
The
I like
silence.
GR4s.
Oh, Jovo, we need a soundboard now.
I don't have it.
Die Grillen. Mach
So
die
we're
Grillen, komm
on-
schnell.
So.
It do be like that. It do be like that. Oh, 15, nearly 16 people.
Tritolo. Who is Tritolo?
Hashtag turn the wheel.
Wait. Tritolo is either Italian or from Switzerland.
Why
I'm calling
Switzerland?
No,
I
that
don't
is
know.
done.
Welcome
Tritolo
in,
sounds
everyone.
like...
Wait,
Please
wait,
remember,
Swiss.
there's live spectator commentary on YouTube. Oh, it'd be nice to hit 480 tonight at least, and end the week off on 480, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Walster's in. Hello, sir.
I mean,
I can't get in the lobby.
Huh?
look into the text chat.
Yeah, lobby's full.
What's your text chat?
Alright, I'm back. It's
Oh, wow.
Lobby
okay.
is full.
Damn it.
Do apologise, but yes, the
Discord
lobby.
members don't get priority.
Not today. No.
Well, in
Yeah,
that
alright.
case.
On Discord community night, yes, Discord members get priority, but until then, no.
No.
Well, in that case.
So, fellas, jump into your group 4 cars. Let's get underway.
Group 1 Michelin Raceway.
I like GR4s.
Can you see?
Well, in that case.
Just in case.
Let me transfer some. Oh.
Well,
Well
Hey,
said.
it's your turn.
this aged well.
Hello, says Shikongda.
Well,
Hello,
DM.
says Chris. Good evening. Hello, sir. Welcome in.
Alright, good night.
Welcome.
Bye bye. Bye.
Okay, good night. Panamericano.
Yeah, everyone, if you just let me know when you guys are ready to start qualifying, and we'll get it underway.
Yeah. Maybe.
Underwear?
Underway.
Okay.
I like GR4s.
Yeah, they're funny. They're funny.
3 podiums out of 4 races. I like. No, wait. But yeah, 3 podiums, 5 races. 4 races.
Crazy.
That's race number 5.
Who is playing Skibidi Toilet in the background?
Grapping more than likely.
Oh, no,
I wouldn't even
Grapping
look
is
at
not
it.
even
I
in
wouldn't
the
even
call
look at
anymore.
Discord, and I know who's
ready.
doing it.
Nah.
It
Grapping
wasn't
is not in the
graphic.
call.
It wasn't graphic.
It wasn't graphic, no.
Mad.
I know who you are.
Anyway, are we all ready to start qualifying?
Yeah.
Wait, maybe.
Wait, tire wear's on.
Dancing
Tire wear's on. Right.
Oh, turn tyre wear off.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Turn mechanical damage off for you all as well. Be nice.
Thank you.
Aww. It's fun.
Change event settings. Right, we'll just get qualifying underway now then, is it? Considering everyone's come off track anyway. Right, there we go. Everyone enter back into your cars then, and we'll get underway.
Start. No, don't start qualifying. I'm on mediums.
Yeah, make sure you're on the right tyres, and
Yes.
then we'll start
Now
qualifying.
you can.
Tyre wear off. Weak. I've turned tyre wear off because everyone else was moaning about it. How long is the stream for? Probably about an hour now. Give or take, about an hour.
No idea.
I've got to be a little bit quiet
Okay, that's
though, because Kesper's
one
just having a little
second.
snooze behind me. Bing, 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 bing. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dum, bam, ba-dum, bam. Right, 12 players entered. We're just waiting for 3 more to pick their car. That's Shikogna, Tritolo, and Turn the Wheel.
Turn the wheel.
Turn the
Tritolo, I knew
wheel.
he's Italian. Tritolo.
Is someone in the McDonald's delivery out from here?
Spaghetti.
Remember, guys, if you're
mamma mia.
watching and you haven't already, hit like on the stream for us. It really helps us out. Thank you.
And subscribe.
And yeah, make sure you hit that sub button. We're only 3 away from 480. It'd be nice if we could get 480 tonight.
And join the Discord.
Yeah, and Discord pin. Thank you, Sammy. Sammy's doing my job for me here.
I'm taking over the stream now. You can race now for me.
Right, 15 are ready. So let's get into the qualifying. I'm going to jump on over to the other chat. But best of luck, fellas. We'll speak to you after the race.
Whoa.
Alright.
Ah!
There we go. So let's get into the qualifying then here at Road Atlanta. In fact, we'll put all the info on here for qualifying. There we go. So who's going to come out on top in the qualifying session? The track was obviously picked by Jolvo as the victor around the Nordschleife for 1 lap. I think it's only fair that we jump on board with him as he sees us through this outlap. There we are. So for those fellas that are just joining in with us, we're starting the qualifying for Road Atlanta here in the Group 4 lobby. I think it's the 5th race of the evening so far. Just about an hour left of stream, so make sure, guys, if you wanted racing Group 4, you let us know in the comments, and then we can keep an eye for a lobby space for you. But so far, we're on board with Jolvo, the winner from the previous round, as he's going to be taking us now through the first lap of qualifying. Hopefully then, as well, setting the benchmark for the lobby in terms of the time. That Alpha, of course, being a very, very fast car in the Group 4 section. I just love those exhausts, the upswept quad exhausts. It's just it's so crazy. It's cool. They don't make cars like that anymore. They're not daring enough anymore with the designs, you know. It's all boring and let's keep it looking modern and let's keep the exhaust hidden. And no, we love exhaust like that where it's out in your face and that's what you want. So then, Jolvo in his 155, carting us through the first sector here at Michelin Road, Atlanta. Where does he stand then on his first sector time? Of course, this is going to be the benchmark time to watch. It's currently looking at a 31.6, 31.4 for two-step, 32.8 for Sugiro, 32.1 for Semi, 33.09 for Walst. So it looks like two-step then could be the one to set the benchmark lap. He is currently, I guess we could say, purple or looking to set the fastest lap. Unless, of course, Jolvo has pulled something out of the bag in the section that we weren't watching there currently. Remember, guys, if you're tuned in, though, and you're watching, you haven't already, make sure you hit like on the stream for us, guys. And make sure to sub along to RDR to be involved with whenever we go live or upload a video. And, of course, ring the notifications bell to be notified of whenever we go live and upload a video, not just see it in your homepage. And if anyone is watching and they want to join our Discord, the link is pinned in the top of the comments. So first lap out from Jolvo is a 124, however instantly beaten by Big Step with a 124.4. Very, very close between these two. What's that, 0.09 separating these two? Incredible timing so far. Sugiro then coming across third with a 1.6 second gap up to Jolvo. So these two on the 124s being the heavy hitters. A second penalty for Jolvo, so unfortunately that is going to cost him this lap. But he may have another lap attempt at it, we'll see. No one then so far to unseat the top three. It stands and remains as Big Two-Step, Jolvo and Sugiro. Turn the wheel, the American here on home turf in a sense. He's coming close in that Hurricane. In the Dynaco King livery-inspired Hurricane, should I say. In fourth position so far. A 126.8, however, that's just been taken and budged down by Deluxe, who's put himself up into third position with a 125.4. A fantastic lap from Deluxe. Not as fantastic, though, as Mikhail's lap that he just put in, which puts him 125.021, closing in on Jolvo and Big Two Steps 124 time. Again, another American on home turf here. Him and Turn the Wheel are both going to be looking for some vast improvements on those times. They certainly aren't going to be happy with a third and a sixth between them both. Deluxe, though, like I said, well done on fourth position there with your lap time of a 125.4. Let's see how that changes through the rest of qualifying. Walst then with a 125.5, putting himself up in fourth, knocking Deluxe down one by 0.077. Close margins here in the top five. Sugiro now, who was third, has now found himself down in sixth in the Ray-Ban Ferrari. It's unfortunate for him, but hopefully he can pick it up a little bit more towards the end of qualifying. Big Two Steps then happy with his lap. He's pitted in. Jolvo now having a second run of his lap. This is lap 4 now for Jolvo. Hopefully no penalties on this one. We'll see if he can take pole then. We'll stay on board with him as it's the final lap. It's his final push attempt. He's the closest to finishing off that final lap. Maybe some others have just passed over the line, though. Yeah, some others are passing over the line. Deluxe has put himself back up into third position now with a 124.9. Fantastic time, Deluxe. Jolvo, let's stay on board. He is purple by 0.5. He's looking to even dip into a 123 time here. This could be a phenomenal time for the Jägermeister Alpha. Can he do it here at Road Atlanta? Just one more corner to go for Jolvo, and it would be decided. Is Big Two Step taking his pole? No, he isn't. Jolvo knocks him off by a staggering 0.824 of a second. That's an incredible qualifying time for Jolvo. That's a second and a half nearly out from third position of Deluxe with a 124.9. A phenomenal run from Jolvo. Dominant indeed, and we could definitely be seeing Jolvo taking yet another victory here in the RDR Group 4 lobbies. If he takes this one, that'll be his third for the evening. Definitely putting him up onto the top spots for the races for this week. I'll say he did very, very well in the Group 3 as well, as he always does. He's a very fast racer, Jolvo. Clean as well. He does keep it as clean as he can. I think as just everyone does, though. But no, some fantastic runs then. Jolvo, Big Step, and then Deluxe is your top 3. Mikhail, Wolst, and Sajiro in 4th, 5th, and 6th. Chris, Semi, and Shikogna in 7th, 8th, and 9th. And then Tritolo in 10th. Let's catch back up on those results quickly. So, yes, a 123.638. Fantastic time from Jolvo in that Alpha. But Tritolo then, just to carry on from where I'd left off on track. Tritolo in the Super Race Car in 10th. Madalificator in the 155 in 11th. Sutton in the 650S in 12th. Waterboy in the C7 in 13th. Slayers in the Hurricane in 14th. And then Turn the Wheel in 15th in his Hurricane. It's nice to see Waterboy not on the bottom of the grid, though, as he was for the first 2 races. Hopefully he can do something a bit different here with this race. Anyway, though, without further ado, though, guys, let's jump into the race and get this race. Let's get this race started. Sutton has asked Waterboy to use his mirrors as we enter the race. Yeah, just guys, make sure that you're checking your surroundings when you're racing. Give the room if you can give it. Of course, don't knock yourself off too much, but just try to be mindful of the other racers. Anyway, Jolvo then lining himself up on the top half of this grid. Lining everyone up behind him. Big 2-step then in 2nd place and Deluxe in 3rd. What's going to happen into this first corner? Let's find out. And they're away. Jolvo getting a fantastic launch in that Alpha, although not as good as big 2-steps in that Sylvia, or as Deluxe, sorry, in the Megane, should I say. Having a much better launch than the Sylvia, pushing himself from 2nd up into 3rd. Big 2-steps, though, has come right off into the barriers, and he's put himself down to the back of the grid. That's a shame, but it leaves space for Mikhail now to take 3rd position. He's got to fight Semi for it, though. It's not being given to him on a plate. Semi is very much making Mikhail aware that he wants that position as well. Semi, in fact, doing so. A fantastic run from Semi, pushing himself up into 3rd position as we finish this first sector. Fantastic run for him. Jolvo now a 2nd clear. Deluxe, there was a call there from Deluxe that apparently caused an issue in the Megane. We're going to have to see. If you can record a clip of it and send it to me. 2-step, and then let me know. 2 steps left. Oh, never mind, buddies. So Semi then in 3rd position. He's picked up a 0.5 penalty, and he is going to slow down, giving Mikhail back the space into 3rd position. However, Sajiro then bringing up the rear in 5th, with Shikogna in 6th and Madalificator in 7th. Madalificator in the McDonald's Alpha has, though, got a 0.5 penalties that quickly served. And then Chris in that really nice red Ferrari 458 GT4. So Sutton then. Sutton in 9th position. He's got a little bit of a tussle on his hands with Wolst in the Hurricane. Just minding that inside line as he enters into the chicane. Sets himself up nicely in what appears to be a Senna tribute livery from Sutton. I sent you a video. Cheers, Big 2-step. We'll have a look at it. But yeah, Sutton defending off Wolst in 9th nicely. So then let's just jump back on board with Jolvo, who is a 2.5 clear. Another dominant run incoming for Jolvo by the looks of things in that Jägermeister Alpha. Deluxe in 2nd place in the Nescafe Renault Megane. A fantastic run for him so far. And of course, we have seen a fair bit of success for this Megane in previous runs, especially from Brands Hatch, the first run for this evening. Mikhail then in 3rd position, back in the Sylvia, clearly where he found the home ground, unfortunately picking up a 0.5 penalty. However, I don't think it's going to cost him a place further back to Shikogna in that really nice livery GTR, actually, as Shikogna running in 4th, just 2 seconds behind. 3 seconds behind from 4th in the form of Shikogna then is Chris in this red 458, who's got a 0.5 penalty, and it's just going to pop him into the jaws of Shiguro and Wolst, who are both currently almost boost drafting each other up towards the back end of Chris in 5th. That position could very well change, as this one does here. Wolst just dipping ahead of Sajiro then into that corner. There it is, Wolst just tucking it, but Sajiro has got the optimal line for the left-hand starting chicane, which he uses there, popping that Ferrari just up ahead of Wolst in the Hurricane. Wolst really not having much move there other than just to back out until he can get a decent exit there and put his Hurricane back in front of the Ferrari. A fantastic move by both of these here, both racers fighting and tussling for this 6th position. But so far it is Wolst that has come out on top in the Hurricane. Sajiro now put back into 7th and having to rethink on the move once again. Shikogna then has pulled up a gap to Mikhail, has dropped down that gap, sorry, to Mikhail, and will close the gap now down to 1 second for third position, and of course then a 3-second gap up to second place. 2 seconds gap up from second place then is Jovo in first, but he has picked up a 1-second penalty. So this may well cause an issue for Jovo then as we approach the penalty line for what is the third time here around Road Atlanta. Yeah, looking like everyone is just in their own sort of little gap, especially up into the top 5. No one really, apart from 5th position, is having an issue. Whilst now attacking the back end of Chris in that 458. Sojiro also looking a little bit dangerous there in the background, but the main focus currently is Chris and Whilst. Both of them attacking. Chris not lifting his foot off. He doesn't want to give in, of course, both of these British drivers as well. I don't think that's going to come into play, though. It is going to be every man for himself coming down into this chicane. Bit of contact from them both tussling, or a bit of a tussle. Elbows are out, but Chris comes out on top. Again, I think that contact from Whilst there just meant Whilst backed off a little bit, allowing Chris the racing room and to carry on. So then, a fantastic exit off of that chicane for Whilst, though, and he's right back picking flies off the bumper of the Ferrari once again. Lap 4 commences and the attack from Whilst is back on. Chris once again defending within an inch of his life in that 458, having to make it the widest Ferrari on track. However, he could not make it wide enough. Chris just keeping ahead of Whilst so far. Whilst they're having a bit of a moment ahead and straight off, a bit too much pressure from him onto Chris almost, and it's caused a large mistake. What a shame that is. So Sojiro, though, with a 3-second penalty, I think that might have actually been, and also due to the apology, I think that may have been Sojiro's doing. So yeah, we do try and keep it clean, and of course he's been penalised for that, so that will come into play and he will lose that position now to Sutton. Sutton, of course, having a little battle with Semi. Here down in the mid-pack, Sutton just tucking that McLaren onto the line. Semi not giving an inch. He looks at the inside. Semi, could he make an inside, pushing Sutton onto the outside? Yes, he can. It's a fantastic exit for both of them. I think Sutton just getting a slightly faster exit, though. And it's Semi back into the tow. Sojiro now slowing down with his 3-second penalty is going to get caught up by Sutton and Semi. It's all right, bud. Don't worry about it. You've served your penalty. I'd just give the space back to Whilst if you could. So Whilst then down in 10th after competing up the top for 4th. What a shame. However, it's up for 5th, sorry, with Chris in that Ferrari. However, hopefully he can recover and have a decent enough run. So there's just a second now between Deluxe and Jovo. Something must have happened up front for Jovo, unless... Oh no, it was that penalty, wasn't it? Yes, so Jovo has now suffered with his penalty, and it's put Deluxe within tow distance, heading towards that straight. Deluxe actually now closing in on Jovo for the lead. So this could leave us with a podium battle here towards the closing laps. Mikhail then, he's looking confident and he's looking consistent so far in 3rd. He's got Shikogna in that GTR with a 0.5, about a second, nearly 2 seconds behind him. Shikogna though running clear and safe with 8.5 seconds back to Chris in 5th. Chris though in his own little racing bubble, he's got 4 seconds behind the Semi, and Semi is just struggling with Sutton behind him. However, Sutton with that penalty is going to drop out of danger zone for Semi. Madalificator then, the Frenchman in the McDonald's Alpha, he's picked up a 1-second penalty somewhere along the line, so that is going to allow Whilst the space from 9th up into 8th. That move could even potentially be done here before the penalty line. No, I think it is going to be a case with the penalty line. That's fine. And then Sojiro, of course, allowing Whilst to come past after the contact previously. Slayer's then in 11th position in his Grand Theft Auto 6th livery Hurricane in 11th place. Nice, and then Waterboy in 12th with Tritolo in 13th. Jovo then just slightly increasing that gap up to a second now between him and Jovo, or him and Deluxe, sorry, as we enter the penultimate lap. Deluxe, though, not giving in on his first place dreams. They are still there for him, and it certainly is still within reaching distance. Just one mistake out from Jovo could bring Deluxe the win, so we'll have to stay with that and see what goes on. We're just going to have a quick look back through, see if anyone is currently battling for us to jump on and enjoy with them. We've got Waterboy, who is being approached now by Slayers. Slayers, he's got about a second out. I think Waterboy getting a much better exit there off the chicane and down the hill has put himself a little bit safe. Other than that, though, guys, there's not really too much going on. Everyone seems to be in their own little decent gaps. Will you shush? Why is my doggo barking? Everyone, though, seems to have their own racing gaps. Semi here that we're on board with, he is clear. Slayer has just left, I'm not too sure what's going on, and Sutton has picked up a penalty, meaning Walsh could potentially move up a position in the Hurricane up into 7th, which would be nice to see as he was recently battling for 5th position with Chris in the red 458. Up front then, so the final lap is now underway at the helm of Jolvo, who has just put in a 1:24.1, marking that the fastest race lap so far. Deluxe then, struggling a little bit now with the pace. He is 1.8 seconds out on Jolvo. Either that or Jolvo has found a handful of pace from somewhere and applied it to his lap, because yeah, Jolvo is tearing away with it now once again. Mikhail, though, he is 3.5 seconds back from that first and second little tussle. Looking nice and comfortable for him. He is 5 seconds out clear behind to Shikogna now. Shikogna was pulling a little bit of a gap up to him, however, I think just a few things have happened and Shikogna's dropped off. But again, Shikogna is safe as Chris is 8.5 seconds back in 5th, and he has now got Semi dangling away in his rear view as we enter this final lap. Chris running safe for most of this race, but is now having to sweat a little bit. He's having to defend off Semi in the Rothmans Porsche. The Semi puts an attack on him as we enter, we're halfway through the second section, of the final lap here at Road Atlanta. Semi now all over the bumper of that Ferrari, dancing in the mirrors. He doesn't want to give in. Chris, though, with that slight mistake, of course, it has cost him in the long run. Semi now looking to set up a move as we enter the left-hand chicane after this straight. What is going to come from this for Semi? Jolvo has just crossed the line in first place with Deluxe behind in second place. Congratulations. And now Mikhail into third, but it's Semi which claims 5th position. Shikogna, who now comes across the line in 4th. Congratulations. Semi and Chris, though, absolutely battling it out for a photo finish here for 5th position. Is it going to be Chris or is it Semi? Oh, it's Chris by 0.007 off Semi. A fantastic battle there. Sutton in 7th, 8th for Sajiro and 9th for Walsh. Madalificator then in 10th. Whew, what a run at that end of that race. What a fantastic run for 6th and 7th with Semi and... with Semi and with Chris for 5th and 6th there, the Italia and the Cayman. A phenomenal battle indeed. However, Jolvo taking first place in the Alpha 155 with a best time of a 1:24.1. Deluxe in second place in that again, just 2.1 seconds out. And then Mikhail finishing third in the S15 touring car, 6 seconds out. And Shikogna then, a newcomer in the GTR in 4th. Chris and Semi in 5th and 6th there in the 458 Italia and Cayman. A phenomenal finish from both of those two. Really, a 3-time podium. Let's go. Go on, Mikhail. But yeah, really close finish between 5th and 6th. And then Sutton there in 7th position in the 650S. So Giro then finishing the top half of the grid in 8th in his 458 Italia. Walsh then in 9th in the Hurricane Group 4. Madalificator in the 155. Pubme in 10th, and then Waterboy and Chototlo finishing the runners in this race in 11th and 12th. Big Two-Step and Slayers, of course, disconnecting halfway through. But no, we'll jump back on over now into the Discord with those guys. I'd say those guys, there's now only 3 of them. It's Semi, Jolvo and Freddy. But fantastic run either way. Brilliant drive yet again, Jolvo. That's now a third podium for the evening in Group 4.
Third win and 4th podium, yes.
Third win, 4th podium. I think it's definitely safe to say that you are strong and very competitive in the Group 4. Second place can choose, says Jolvo. So Deluxe, it's your turn to choose. Deluxe is normally one as well to hand the choice over, but it'd be nice to give him a chance.
He gave me the choice in the beginning of the evening. I'm giving it back.
Two-Step went wide, but was right next to me when he went off. I was turning to the right. All right, and say it's all good, bud. And say Two-Step isn't too bothered about it. I think otherwise he would have jumped on me with something else. However, this is the 2-in-1. Let's have a quick look at this. I think it deserves to be looked at.
Matt, did you see the time difference between me and Chris? How we finished?
It was 0.007. I was literally on board with it watching. It was incredible. I didn't want to switch over to Jolvo as he crossed the line because of that battle. I was staying on board with it. Deluxe has picked Daytona in circle. That's fine. I will say though, Deluxe, I have to side a little bit here with Big Two-Step. I think Big Two-Step is definitely I mean, we see here, you're on the inside. He does give you roam. Ah, you budge over, unfortunately. I know you were fine and you went to the right, but yeah, it's just knocked big two-step off, and of course then he lost third position. But it's all good. It happens. It happens. So long as you both apologise to each other, we're okay. But yes, we'll change it over now to Daytona Road Course.
Ooh,
Oh,
with a GR4s. Okay.
I know, it's going to be interesting.
interesting.
Freddie, I thought we were friends already.
Apparently not.
Evidently not. Well, we are now. We are now. It's okay. It's just a game, so it's big two-step.
What, lad?
What was this now? He sent me another one. Was this the 2-in-1? Yes, I wanted to see this. This was his 2 positions in 1 on the Nordschleife. So he's tucked up the inside of Mikhail there. He's late on the brakes, which puts him past Semi and up inside through D-Locks. That's 3 positions there in 1 move.
What an overtake.
A fantastic overtake indeed. That's definitely one to go for overtake of the week. 3 moves made there in 1 movement.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay,
I have this clip
I'll kick
from
in,
my...
I'll be right back.
Oh.
It's got to be from our lobbies and it's got to be from the week, otherwise it doesn't count towards race or overtake of the week, as we know.
Oh, no, it's not like to contribute to it, but it's like a clip I did like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
was
it's
at
just to
Spa.
have a look at, is it?
Yeah. Is it alright if I send it?
Yeah, man, chuck it into the Discord. Chuck
Alright,
it into, yeah, either media or overtake of the week, whichever one. Too ballsy to a point that I had to back out. Good on big two-step, says Mikhail. Yeah, he hit that full commitment, didn't he? You could just see. Anyway, guys, should I turn qualifying off for this? This may well be our last run, guys. I'm not going to lie. Welcome in, though, guys that are viewing. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub button with the notification bell rung to be involved with whenever we go live. Whether it's Group 3, Group 4, car show, roleplay, Christ, what else? Community nights, just whatever. Whatever it is, guys. But yeah, as well, if you haven't already, make sure you like the stream for us, guys. And in the comments below is a link to our Discord if anyone would like to join. Everyone, of course, is welcome. We're just setting up a community based around Gran Turismo 7 for all the different types of players that are here on Gran Turismo 7. Tapping into the markets, as they say. Yes, so should I keep qualifying on for 5 minutes, or should we just get going? Because realistically, it's going to be like a 2 minutes 20 lap, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I mean, you can keep it. You can make it.
I'm going to not qualify
it.
off. Just yeah,
Yeah.
don't need it.
It's a long track.
Yeah.
For the GR4s.
Yeah, just knocking qualifying off, guys. Just knocking qualifying off. Everyone out, just get a decent enough run out. Ooh, Gaten's in, and he's an A+ driver. Nice. Get a decent enough run, and we'll get started.
Sammy's not here yet. He's, I think, to the
What?
toilet real quick. Oh, you're here. Oh no, never mind then.
Yeah. I came back and heard my name.
Yeah, this may well be the last run of the evening, guys, and then we shall be calling it an evening.
Okay.
Just 'cause got some other stuff to do, and obviously, well, everyone's a bit tired here today. And we've got a busy day tomorrow, so we'll just get prep for that. Gaten is in the stream. Fantastic. Welcome. Shikogna is also in the stream. Hello, guys. Shikogna, that's a really nice livery design on the GTR, by the way.
No.
Madalificator, no. YouTube
Oh my god, the Bugatti
RDR
is fast.
1228. Thank you.
that wasn't...
Oh, Tritolo is in. Hello, guys. Welcome.
Tritolo.
Love hearts from Shikogna. Let's jump on with it. Let's have a look, shall we? Oh, Gaten's got quite a nice livery on his Chiron. Not Chiron. Christ, his Veyron. I'd say I said earlier. I'd say the Veyron's quite competitive. It's just not around brands actually, is it? Because it's too tight.
Yeah, Veyron's just very heavy.
Yeah, it's the brick.
Return of Troya. There it is. Yeah, I like this. It's like the neochrome flip colour, isn't it? It's wicked. And then the honeycomb livery on the side. Yeah, that's cool. I like it, man. Big fan.
I found a livery. Livery penalty. Oh, what's going on?
I don't know.
Actually, it's deleting
Anyway, though,
myself.
guys, just try and get a lap in. Decent enough. In, Madalificator.
seconds.
Welcome in, sir.
Okay.
Try and get a lap in, guys, and then we'll get underway with the race. Just obviously make sure that you're all to track and entered in your cars. We've got one person who isn't entered. Who's that? Other than me. Oh, no, we just got one space in the lobby. No, that's fine. All right, then. That's fine. Just everyone let me know when you're just ready to run, once you put a lap in or whatever. Haven't got to be happy with the lap, just let me know when you're ready to run and we'll get it going.
I just off my lap.
I don't have a lap in, but I'm happy.
Semi's happy.
Yeah, so.
Big old chug jug of squash. Streaming juice. So yeah, we happy? Are we clapping hands? Why is the camera focusing around the children's play area in the Daytona circuit? Unsure. Anyway, should we just get the race underway then? Should we get started?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Waterboy's ready. Let's get ready to rumble. I'll speak to you after the race. Best of luck, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Muchas appreciations. Ned Warnton has left the server. I don't know who that is. Anyway, Spectate, let's get underway. So, up on the front of the row is Gagton, followed by Mikhail, Deluxe, Jolvo, whilst Freddy in the mix, and then Semi. Further back from that, we've got Sajiro, Madlificator, Waterboy, Troller, and Tritolo. So, Gayton then leading us away in the Bugatti Group 4. First car peeling off away here. He's got a Bugatti just behind in the form of Deluxe. That could potentially be a bit of competition for him. And of course then Jolvo and Mikhail both loyal to their first choices. So then, oh, a bit of a slide there, Chico. Yeah, just a few people catching a bit of a slip there. Someone backwards, unfortunately. Chicago then just unfortunately taking the brunt of that. But anyway, most of the pack have made it through clean enough. Gayton is running up in first with Jolvo just behind him in that Alpha, and those two have built up a 1 second gap down behind to Deluxe in third place. Mikhail then in fourth, very close behind Deluxe, fighting for third position, and then he's got Waltz just running about half a second behind in the M4 Group 4. Semi then, loyal to the Rothmans Cayman, he's got Madalificator in the Monster Energy 458, looking at the inside, but he's not in too much of a danger zone for that just yet. So then, Waterboy, Tolo, Troya, and Sajiro have got their own little battle going on. Him then will just run on board quickly with Shikogna, who is in the GTR, who had obviously that suffering in the first lap. In the mix then, and then Freddy ringing up the rear. Jolvo now, though, has made a move on Gayton. I missed that, unfortunately, but it must have happened there just coming out of the final bend. But Gayton wants the position back, and he moves up onto the inside of Jolvo, heading towards the chicane. Inside line for Gayton. Jolvo then just second, or just running, tucking in behind him. Sorry, can't get my words out. Deluxe then and Mikhail also tied into a little tussle in third and fourth, while first and second start to run away with it. These two are going to be battling all race long by the looks of it. Two titans around the Daytona infield circuit. So then Deluxe and Mikhail both really close to each other. The strategy for Mikhail may even be stay real close with Deluxe and then wait the move on the final lap around the banking. That's it, the longer straight banking. I will get my words ready, guys, honestly, I promise. Semi then in fifth position, running a little bit comfortable at the moment with a 2 second gap in front. Oh, there we are, Deluxe and Mikhail, sorry, just having a tussle. Mikhail pushing that Sylvia just up ahead of Deluxe, getting the wider exit, but slipping and sliding along as Deluxe comes out from the inside, putting Deluxe back up into third position. A real tussle indeed for these two. As with Gayton and Jolvo. Jolvo staying in front of Gayton since making that move, but unable to shake Gayton. Once we head onto the banking as well, of course, that Bugatti becomes very dangerous indeed in the Group 4 section. A lightning fast car around the banking. Gayton as well pushing himself up the inside. He's got an optimal line there on Jolvo. He's just going to jump in the slipstream and let the Bugatti do the work. Deluxe, of course, on the other end of it. It's the Bugatti in front as we look further back on the row, or in the rows. Deluxe and Mikhail both still slightly testing away, but nothing too aggressive happening as of right now. Gayton, though, just getting around Jolvo once again to put himself up in front, and the leadership changes hands once again. Phenomenal race coming out from Daytona infield so far. Gayton, though, picks up a 0.5 penalty. That could be catastrophic for his race, especially with Jolvo lurking in the distance behind. That 0.5 penalty, of course, as he crosses the line, is going to cost him massively. Jolvo is within a second and pulling up nicely anyway as it is. So that 0.5 penalty, yeah, has cost Jolvo to have a perfect look up the inside heading into this first bend, and it'll put him right onto the back as we enter the infield section. Deluxe then still struggling with Mikhail behind him. Mikhail not giving an inch, but not taking an inch either. I think Mikhail just biding his time to make that move in the best possible way to secure the victory and keep himself around it. Semi then further back in 5th. He is still doing well with that bubble. However, he has got Walst in the end for slowly but surely creeping up or behind him with just about a second gap between those two now. Just 3.5 seconds back then from Walst is Troyer in the Supra, and then followed by Sugiro in 8th in the Ferrari. Madalificator in the Monster Energy Ferrari 4th of 8 and 9th, followed by Shikogna in 10th, Tritolo in 11th, closely followed then by Freddy in 12th and Waterboy in 13th. In the mix then in the Aston in 14th. Jolvo then still ahead at this point in time from Gayton. He takes as wide of a line possible up onto the bank and increasing his exit speed to try and match that Veyron. That Veyron has got some incredible straight line power. Deluxe now also within 0.5 of a second, dropping a bit of a gap to Mikhail. Mikhail going to have to work really hard here to pull up to the back of Deluxe once again. Gayton now, though, as well pulling up onto Jolvo, using the power of that Veyron as well as the slipstream to just chew away time to the back end of Jolvo's Alpha. It's all about the lines here for Jolvo. He has to keep that Alpha in a defensive position as well as trying to keep optimal on the line as well. It's going to be a hard battle for him over the next couple of laps. Let's just see how it runs for him. He is not holding the fastest lap so far. That is to Gayton of a 1:55.3, but Jolvo is currently purple. Another 0.5 penalty, though, for Gayton, which does give Jolvo a spout of good news. Yes, Gayton gets round him, but as the penalty line approaches, he drops back. And so we repeat the battle once again for another lap. Lap 4 now beginning, with Jolvo crossing with a 1:55.046 as your race pace. Deluxe now also right in the mix with these two battling for the top, or for the lead as well. Yo, Gage, what's going on? Deluxe now fighting Gayton. It's Veyron versus Veyron as well as Mikhail in the Supra, still lurking dangerously in the mirrors. Deluxe going for a dive up the inside there on that we'll call it a loose hairpin there, 'cause it's not quite tight, but it is definitely a hairpin either way. Deluxe though looking up the inside, Gayton shutting the door. And of course, while Gayton is now battling away with Deluxe, Jolvo up ahead has now gained a second gap in first place, and he's running away with it in that Alpha. Looking at a 4th victory here in the Group 4 lobbies for Jolvo. Definitely the man to watch. So then, the battle for second place is the one to watch currently, though, with Deluxe and Gayton both battling it out in their Veyrons for second place. Absolute titans around this field. We've got Mikhail, though, in 4th position, still looking dangerous and hunting for a podium himself. Anything could happen for him as well. He could also just be biding his time, using the toe, and potentially setting up a move on the last lap, which we tend to see here with racing around the infield circuit at Daytona. Semi then in 5th position, still holding that nicely, with Waltz behind him in 6th. Troyer in 7th, and then Madalificator with Sugiro in 8th and 9th. Those two having a little tussle of their own. However, Sugiro picking up a 1.5 second penalty, which will unfortunately drop him out of that battle. Shikogna then, who caught the incident in the first bend, or in the first corner on the first lap, he's still running down in 10th, just keeping pace nicely and hoping that something or hands over to him in the upcoming 2 laps. So back on board then with the front runners, as this is where the action is. Deluxe now picking flies off the bumper of his fellow Veyron. Gayton doing everything he can to make it the wider Veyron on track. keeping Deluxe behind him just for now, until Deluxe just backing off there, gathering his ammunition and figuring out his next attack. Jovo, though, all the meanwhile, he has been caught up on. Maybe either a slip has happened for Jovo, a slight let go in the pace, or just Gaeton running as fast as he can from Deluxe has actually caused him to catch up. But it still means that it's anyone's race here on the penultimate lap around the Daytona infield. Jovo looking like the aggressive and the consistent runner. Definitely one where you'd put your money safely. However, Gaeton still looking dangerous, as is Deluxe. Anything could happen here, especially with this big banking section coming up. And of course, as I've said, Mikhail not letting this top 3-pack run and staying relevant with them as well. Sylvia, a very, very strong contender around this circuit as well, to be battling with the likes of Deluxe and Gaeton. I will even say for the Alpha of Jovo, I don't even think that it is that powerful of a car. It's not that overpowered in the Group 4 section. Otherwise, everyone would be running it. We have got another one running here in the field somewhere. Let me just find it. There was another one running. Where is he? I think he might have left. Yeah, he's left. So there was another one running in the field, but he has left. They are quick, don't get me wrong, but, you know, Jovo, he's that step quicker in it. I don't know whether he gels much better with the Alpha than what he does with any other Group 4 car, whether he gels with just Group 4 entirely, but he is phenomenally quick this evening. A 1.5 second gap from Jovo down to Gaeton, who has got another penalty. This is now going to give second position up to Deluxe. Gaeton has held first or second for this entire race since he started on second place. However, it is now that he drops a position. He drops 2 positions, actually, and loses a second position to Mikhail. Mikhail has found himself on the podium. Congratulations, Mikhail. Fantastic waiting there. I'd say patience does pay out to those who wait, and Mikhail has just found out, as he waited patiently enough for 5 laps for something to happen, and the move can now be made for him. Well done, Mikhail. Jovo now, though, he is just about a second ahead of Deluxe in Deluxe's Veyron. He's now got Mikhail once again in his mirrors battling, but not in 3rd and 4th, this time in 2nd and 3rd. Mikhail also having to slightly worry about Gaeton, the previous 2nd place runner, as he was, of course, battling for the lead and is very fast indeed. Semi, though, still in the same position. Troyer now and Wolst having a bit of a tussle. Something must have happened for Wolst to have dropped behind Troyer, but it's all good. Let's stay on board then with this top running pack as we're finishing off this final lap. And Jovo, it also helps when Jovo is running a broken car. See, I was just saying about that. I don't think it is actually that dominant around here. It's just Jovo has been dominant in the Group 4, you know, in Group 4 full stop. All evening, Jovo has been one to watch. He has been on the podium in every race bar 1, I believe. And, yeah, has won 4 out of 6. So a very, very, very successful run for Jovo this evening, indeed. Deluxe then in 2nd place has done really well to have taken 2nd place off of Gaeton recently on a move that actually cost Gaeton 2 positions. Mikhail now, though, on the final lap with Deluxe with a penalty is challenging, and Mikhail is going to be taking the 2nd position. Jovo, of course, not a single penalty all race, keeping it clean throughout the entire run as he crosses the line here at Daytona infield in 1st position. Nicely done, Jovo. 2nd place does go to Gaeton, and then Mikhail in 3rd and Deluxe in 4th. Oh, complete change around there as I switched over. I wish I hadn't, I would have caught that. But yeah, well done, Gaeton, Mikhail and Deluxe. Semi now just coming across in 5th. Troyer now in 6th. Followed very closely by Wolst in 7th. Madalificator in 8th. Sajiro in 9th. And Shikogna in 10th. Freddy in 11th. In the mix in 12th. Followed then by Tritolo in 13th, and then Waterboy finally in 14th. A phenomenal race once again in the Group 4 section. Jovo, dominant as ever. Let's jump back into the group chat and speak to him. Mate, what a fantastic run for you, Jovo. You're unstoppable this evening.
Thank you.
Absolutely unstoppable. A great run from Jovo. What's that now? How many podiums is that? Is that now your 8th podium? No, not 8th podium. That's 5th podium now, isn't it?
5 podiums. Yeah,
5 podiums, 4 wins over 6 races. Now, that is not a bad feat at all, Jovo. Not a bad feat at all. Now, guys, it's 9:30, so I will be calling the stream there, unfortunately. I know it's only been running for sort of like 2 hours 40. But we just got some stuff to do, and yeah, I'm going to just jump off so I can have an earlier night. However, that isn't it for Red Dragon Racing this week. We have got a video coming out on Saturday, so make sure you're tuned in for that. And to be notified of that, make sure you hit the notifications bell down below, along with the subscribe button if you haven't pressed it already here in the stream. And I just saw someone hitting like on the stream. Thank you very much, whoever that was. And anyone else watching, if you could do so, that'd be a massive help. And of course, anyone who wants to join in with the community stuff, head over to our Discord, which is pinned at the top of the chat. And you'll be able to catch up with all the guys over there and anything that we're doing in between, as well as all the information early about any streams and videos, etc. So yes, guys, we'll see you in the streams next week. We're back on Tuesday. The schedule was posted on our channel, so go and check that out as well. And of course, it's posted into the Discord for you to see at any point. But yes, other than that, though, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. It's been a fantastic racing evening, and it's been a pleasure to stream for you all. But I've been Matt, and I'm signing out for the evening and for the week. So see you in the next one, guys. Peace out. Thank you for the sub, whoever that was, last second. Pushing us just 2 away from 480. It's a shame we couldn't hit it tonight, but it is what it is. On with next week, and we'll smash it next week. So yes, guys, thank you very much, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.
The outro.